Hello everybody and welcome to Casual Cactus and the Glassbreakers Guild. We are back for another weekly session of D&D. Hope you guys are having a wonderful July 4th weekend. I know I had a good time having the day off today, so we'll see if that translates well. Just a few announcements before we get started. We are going to be short a couple of players. Real life happened, it could not be avoided, but we're going to soldier on and see what comes. We do have our YouTube channel. You guys can go check that out. It is not a custom URL, so probably the easiest thing to do is to go and check out, do a search on YouTube for Casual Cactus. It's casual with a C, cactus with a K. You should be able to find all of the video content that we put together for this channel. Everything we do, the main campaigns, the one-shots, the fill-in campaigns that happen, all of that goes up onto the YouTube channel. So a good place to keep up with what's going on and get a feel for our get a feel for our personalities and our play styles. We do also, in addition to the YouTube, run a Discord server. It's a good place for any announcements that might impact you guys viewing, such as schedule changes, things like that. Has come up recently, so recently and often. So keeping tabs on the Discord server is a good way to know what's happening here. So go check that out. There's also news and information for Kyrie's creative stream as well. So definitely check that out. I think that is all I've got as far as announcements today. So we will go ahead and hop right in and see if someone wants to do a recap of what we covered last week.
Go for it.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Mizuki and Simi.
We had a couple.
Like Simi was, yeah, we had like a co-prayer.
I'm not impressed.
A blood sacrifice to the gods?
There was no blood sacrifices. No.
About a week old.
There was coin. Ante. Anyway, Mizuki and Simi like go off alone. Simi's trying to figure out what to do with Zoigan. Because he's mortal or something. Or we're not. Anyway, so Mizuki prayed to her god, who her family has followed for a long time, but obviously it's like secret. Vinas, who is the god of civilization, and he actually appeared. Mizuki was very surprised. Sumi was unimpressed.
Correct.
Sounds about right.
So let's see. So she asked, like they both asked about Soigen, and basically, Vinas told them that his like sense of like justice has been warped, or like justice as a whole has become warped, and it's like something more personal. I don't know, but also that he's been busy with an invasion. We're unsure as to what that is, but it might come up later. Who knows? He explains a little more about the 9 gods, nine gods. They're all different aspects of creation. They're all separate entities, and they used to be very similar to our group. They were an adventuring group. They became stronger, and then they eventually gathered a following. Like each of them represented a value, and then embodied it. So also Vinas told us that the divine entity from a different plane has landed here. And so we think the kobolds are trying to capture or retrieve, or it's some sort of thing, like this
All the
divine
above.
essence. Zoigan has lost touch with justice, which is why he's not in, like, with the rest of the gods right now. That's basically what. There are 3 cities that Vinas mentioned, there's 4, but anyway, one of them is Costas, which is the capital. One of them is under a lake, and one of them is in a volcano.
Because these things seem safe.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, okay, it like became a volcano. It's like Pompeii.
Yeah.
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 It's a surprise volcano.
Surprise
that just-
volcano.
Wow.
It being Pompeii just makes me feel so much better.
Yep.
Yeah, I know it does. It should make you feel better.
Yep.
Anyway, so one of them. Anyway, so we had it. So after this, like, after we talk, then I don't know. Then Simi, I guess, has to figure out
Simi,
how
once
to
again,
tell her
left
God
her
that he is not just anymore, and
Dude, you got problems.
your God has issues apparently.
You know.
So they head back to the tower, and then eventually they head back toward town. Mal is like
So
in the way, like on the way, he's burning pine needles and
Yeah.
like smelling the smoke from the pine needles.
I forgot about that.
Let's see. Bulk wants to ask. Bulk asked some questions. Ask Adrian questions. When we get back to town, everyone is gathered in the town center, and there's something happening. When we arrive, Lars is there with someone who's dressed in a Imperial general uniform. He announces that they have found the Dwarven City. He introduces the general. He also asks for volunteers to go with them. Mizuki stays to, like, get the rest of the information while everyone goes back to Killian's forge. Mizuki goes into the town hall after, like, Lars is done with his big speech about, I don't know, the Empire and how great it is, and
No one was listening.
Mizuki listened and cheered like she, like a good imperial noble citizen should.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just so she could say the appropriate
We'll see.
things
We'll
later.
see how
Yes,
long that
yes.
noble citizen lasts.
Yep.
Yeah, anyway, after she meets, he asks her if Lars asks her if she liked his speech, obviously, and she's like, yes, and she...
Yes. I'm saying this so you don't kill me.
Or just so I can get closer to you and, maybe...
Stab you later. Shank you before I end up on your dead
Yeah,
list.
yeah, right, exactly.
You're a groupie.
Wow. Alrighty.
I mean,
That's
not
not
exactly,
That's
but
not the way that works.
that
No.
is not how that works.
You must follow some interesting music groups.
Yeah. Lars requests that if he can borrow her family retainers for the expedition, and she tells him yes on one condition, that she is allowed to come along. Mizuki goes after they plan dinner, whatever, it's fine. And then we go back to, she goes back to the warehouse. She lets the rest of the group know what she's learned, what's going on. Milo/Adrian tells her that the general is a changeling. So that's something. But obviously we're unsure where this changeling came from. And considering what has recently happened, it's very odd. It's very weird timing because Lars just asked Mizuki about her family and changelings as well. It's
But now he's going after a city.
Yep.
Yep.
yes, but yeah,
That's
now
the
they know
plan.
the location of the Dwarven City. But she has secured a place with the party that will be traveling to the city. So, yeah, I don't know what else. Like,
And we're scouting ahead.
yeah,
Anything else?
we discuss a lot. The group
We-
discusses
Yeah, there was a
together.
lot
of
There was a lot of
discussion and
discussion that I
weirdness.
did not write down.
It's okay.
Unfortunately,
I don't
It was
know.
like
That's
an
because
hour-
there was a lot of
It was
a
an
lot
hour of
conversation.
fluff of figuring out what we want to do, whether we
Yeah.
wanted to
Yes.
try and beat them ahead,
Yes.
but we don't know
Trying
where
to
they're
figure out-
going.
oh. Also, Mizuki. She did sending to Omu to figure to
Mhm.
see what the status was, to see if anyone had come.
If
they have a
No
trainer.
one had been there.
So the only thing we know at the moment is that we're waiting for Mizuki to figure out which direction they're going.
So there's still some way that they're getting
Which-
information from
Exactly.
yes.
the changelings, which makes me incredibly uncomfortable.
Or we don't know if it's
We don't know.
changelings, but we know there is a changeling.
Yeah, there is a
Lars.
changeling in
And
We just don't know where his
Lars'
origin
Illinois at the
is.
moment.
Yeah,
But
we just
also
don't know where
there's-
his origin
yeah,
of where he
yeah.
came from comes from. So
But there's
Could be my family, but I'm sure. We don't know. But yeah, we.
In a completely non-related, unimportant
Oh
situation,
yeah, and then like
Castian saw an imaginary ice mosquito.
right.
oh yes.
Yeah, that's not going to come up again, right?
of course not.
Simi, I think was it Simi, and go to Kale's?
Yeah,
Who
Simi
was
and I
it?
did.
Simi? Oh,
Yeah,
Simi
yeah,
and
they're
Catherine,
Talking
yes.
about the possibility of getting
kills,
some
yes.
uniforms made.
And told them
Getting
about
some
the
uniforms.
Yeah.
Updates on what's
Since
going on.
since Mizuki now, since obviously her family retainers will be going with the group. Yeah.
Anything
I don't know
else?
what else. I don't know. I don't.
No?
I don't remember.
We'll make sure that Akarai knows the plan and have him come along, I guess.
We're
Do we
still
want him
in
to
the
come along,
warehouse.
or do we want
We
him
haven't
to
decided
stay
what we wanted
in
to
town
do.
and
Well, if he's able
Observe
to
our
without
tower, probably.
causing any kind of hubbubbery, then
bubbery?
because I mean he's better than all of us, so
He's fast.
Yeah.
yeah, he's fast and he has skills that none of us possess. So I feel like it's probably for the best that he come along if he can.
Not magic, but skills.
Especially since we're down other people. Like, it seems like a good idea to have an Akarai along.
Yeah.
Although, like, our people are here. They're just not,
Here.
acting until they are here. So, I assume that they are coming along with us. Unless this is such a quick thing that we're probably not going to spend 2 episodes on it.
That is entirely up to you
We
guys.
can spend as many episodes in this warehouse as we want.
I mean, we know this. We can stretch a thing out for 12 years. We know this. Whether we're going to or not, I don't know.
Prime
Sayoners
example,
can
Storm
open a
King's Thunder.
portal and have them transported to us.
5 episodes.
No.
Please
Oh,
not 5
dear.
episodes in
well,
the warehouse.
That's
we did stretch. We did stress.
I don't want to spend 5
a tower
episodes
for 3
here.
episodes. So
There's more than that, but
Stupid
whatever.
mimic.
well, I meant like straight 3 episodes in a tower.
So yes,
Okay.
I will ask Akarai to come along. You can
Where are we going?
decide if he says yes or not.
Oh.
We are going to make our way to the lake, right?
Is that what we're
that what we're doing?
what we're doing?
Welcome back to the conversation, Sydney.
We never found out exactly where
did-
he was going.
No, we don't know where he's going.
We
Well,
don't know,
if
but
memory serves,
Mizuki,
Mizuki
has
is
dinner.
having dinner with
Dinner
him tomorrow.
So
Hadn't
she
we
will
decided?
be
Hadn't we figured out like a way to
Figuring out.
like
No, we
we
didn't.
were gonna? Oh, is that where we were?
Yeah.
yes.
Because we could try and go to the door, but we would not be able to get back in time for her to have her dinner. There was no way we could be able to do that because the teleportation that Sionos would be able to give us would not have been able to do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even if we like blew Lars off from the dinner and then just went towards the door where the door in the cave that we know, we don't know that if that's necessarily where they're going.
So
And no one has been to where the changelings are. So
According to Olmo.
yeah.
So are we just coming along as your retainers and gonna wait it out?
I think that was the feasible plan
I
at the
think that
moment.
was.
Oh, okay,
I
then.
think that's
We're
what
going
it
along
is.
as our retainers to dinner?
No.
Well,
No.
no.
How we-
Like
We're
We're
just
just
waiting,
to return.
waiting
So
until
I thi-
afterwards.
So what the plan was is we were going to wait until after she
But
got
I
done
think
with
you
her
guys
dinner.
are gonna go back to the tower, right?
No, we're
I
waiting for
thought
you
we
to
were
get
going
done.
somewhere, but apparently I remember.
As far as I was
correctly.
as far as I remember, we were waiting for you to get done with your dinner. You will come meet us at Killian's after the dinner, so it's nighttime. We'll figure out whatever, and then we're going. Because
Okay.
we don't know whether we're heading
that's
towards
right, that's
under
right.
the lake or if we are going to the cave door.
And Mal and Volk are going to go drinking to recruit
Oh yeah, they
dwarves.
were going to go drinking.
Or at
Yes.
least, yeah.
Thank you.
Yes,
Yes,
they
let's
were.
go drinking.
Like people were going somewhere, and I
They
don't
were
remember
going
what was
drinking.
happening.
Let's all go for a drink.
Break.
Okay,
Drink break.
deal.
Not for Simi.
Okay.
Probably.
What's
That
first?
stuff wore off. Good.
Did it?
I'm sure it has
Did
by
it?
now. It's been several
It
days.
has been.
I don't
I
know.
mean,
It depends how
but
nasty
I
your
don't think-
experience was.
Yeah.
Also, alcoholism doesn't necessarily work that way.
Is it alcohol or is it a certain taste of beer?
Oh no! It was the taste of alcohol associated with a number of other unpleasantness
Yes.
that lasted for a long time.
So you can't just change the type of alcohol, like from beer to wine. And
I don't
I think it's
so.
just like alcohol responds very poorly to it in general.
Okay,
Yeah.
I was just curious.
But also
Pretty sure the point of it was to reinforce in your mind a very, very negative experience with
alcohol.
drinking alcohol.
Yes.
Yes.
also cold turkey, however, is not always the best route.
Yeah. Withdrawals.
Thankfully, I don't think she's such an addict at this point that like those withdrawals would be deadly.
Oh, not deadly, but
No, not deadly.
But unpleasant.
yeah.
Yes.
Could be. Well, I mean, I think you already went through unpleasantness.
Yeah.
So,
See.
Okay, so what's happening?
Apparently, you're going drinking to recruit dwarves.
yeah.
You might have to talk with Mal at a later date on exactly how that goes.
That's
I
fair.
don't think Volk is really actually doing all that much other than drinking.
Fair enough.
Okay, yeah, I will get with Steven and Mal, and we will sort through all of that over the course of the week. Okay. Beyond that, what is the group plan?
My plan is to head back to the winery, sleep, and then wait until the evening of tomorrow before figuring out what the information is. That is, as far as I am aware, that was what the plan was, so that's what I'm doing.
Yes.
Okay. Simi?
Yeah, gathering gear from Draxus. Also, I will be going back to the, I'll be going back to the cloister and having a conversation with Zoigan. Not Zoigan, wrong one. It's Ott. There we go.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just like come in looking incredibly exasperated, and like, okay, so here's the thing that Vanas said. So apparently Zoigan has lost touch with what justice actually is. What? Why does everybody act like this is surprising? Like, I talked to a god once and he showed up. Like, what, is this not a standard procedure? Either I'm doing something really right or really wrong then. Two gods? Yeah, well, I mean, okay. So, you've already seen Zoigan is down here, right? Like, didn't really have the option. Well, I guess I do talk to him, but he's not the most useful at the moment. Turns out, since apparently Vanas said that he has lost touch with what justice is, like, how am I supposed to fix that? Am I supposed to, like, show him what justice is by being some... Because how do I know? I can't ask somebody who is all-seeing and all-knowing now. So how do I make that judgment call on a case-by-case basis? I enjoy Keith playing a character that's taken a vow of silence.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So he grabs so he reaches down to his bed and he pulls out one of the bits of straw that make up his palate, and he just sort of sits it on a finger and balances it.
Balance straw on my finger? This is not helping. Be in the middle because either side is bad. Okay. That's still, like, how do I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I am not power hungry. I might accidentally take his place someday, but it will be accidentally.
You do God.
Don't say that out loud.
Here with my eyes closed and then talk.
Send me your Daniels showing.
So much.
Having a relation. Not with Izzat. That would be weird. Listen. Don't see. For a person who's been doing this for a really long time, you're bad at charades.
You're probably the only one who talks to him and who knows how long.
Also, is he the one who's bad at charades, or is it City?
Little A.
There's only one. There's
Little
only
B.
one. There's only
Oh.
one right answer.
If only you knew sign language.
Yeah, if only I knew sign language.
The rabbit jumps over the little hill.
You can write, right? Like you can just write it down.
Bless you.
So I mean, he sort of looks around and he realizes he doesn't have any spare parchment in his
Well, that's awfully
space.
convenient, Keith.
So he sort of motions you to follow him, and he goes to the library, and he finds some scraps of parchment and a quill and pen, and he goes and sits down. His handwriting is very sort of neat and compact and very
Poignant.
Scholar-esque.
actually no, it's the opposite of that. It's neat, but it's not practiced. You can tell he
He's
has
a man who doesn't have pen pals.
yeah, he doesn't do a lot of writing.
That's a shame.
So, oh, okay. So
Hey,
he
you threw a god into her bed, and she has an ex-boyfriend on site. Come on now.
it takes him a while to sort of scrawl out the note, and it tells you, listen carefully, don't prejudge the facts, don't let your emotions weigh into your decisions.
Don't be stupid, dang.
Yeah, that's the Cliff Note version of that.
Okay then. So am I just supposed to go out and like find unjust situations,
Because you have to look so far.
Yep.
to write them magically?
See, when when he does this, that's because you haven't been looking. It's everywhere. You're just.
Oh, believe me, I realize this. How do you pick and choose? Everything around me is falling apart. I'm well aware.
Even your god is falling apart.
Right?
Don't seek ways to make justice. Be just.
How does that
Be
help
the
get
law.
Zoigan back where he's supposed to go?
Theme music to Judge Dredd starts playing.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, there was a god invasion thing too. That was a whole different.
on that? Are you just
Just
gonna leave
throw
him
that
on
out
that?
It's not equivalent of. What?
Actually, I'll take the time to explain, but I won't take
Okay.
time from others.
Okay. Anything else?
I'll lay out like the gods are being invaded by another god from a different plane, and now there's other things on retcon missions to figure out where they are and get the pieces back together or control them or whatever they're trying to do. All of that stuff. I'll just lay it all out for him.
Okay. Castian?
Oh, I'm at the bar drinking, trying to forget the day.
Okay. Make me a Constitution check.
Yep.
Just a Constitution check.
That's a 9.
Does not take much for you to start feeling happy. I mean, you're not out of your brain yet, but you're definitely
Well on my way.
you're pretty lubed. Yeah.
That's one
Could
way
you
to
have
put
said
it.
that more awkwardly?
Yes.
Yes, I
he
could
could
have.
It could have been a longer pause.
You're
Could have been more
lubed.
lubed.
Why you gotta make it weird? You
No, essentially, I'm waiting for her to come back to let us know where we're
won't
going
be
and
till
what we need.
tomorrow.
Yeah. it won't
You're
be
waiting.
until tomorrow,
You're gonna
so-
Oh, it's tomorrow.
You're going on a drinking
Oh.
binge for 24
Yeah.
hours.
Okay, in that case, yeah, I'm drinking till I pass out.
Okay.
I mean,
With a 9, don't worry.
Make another.
Like another one for the elf who is almost passed out.
And he's already like God.
More.
So for
Fulton's
your
culture is like,
second drink,
if he's-
make another
if he
con
has-
check
If
at
he hasn't fallen out of the
disadvantage.
chair.
If he's not out of the chair and like lying on his back, he's
Still
drinking.
more.
He can drink more.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, 11.
Okay.
So Mal, I feel like you should be worried about other people too. Why am I the only person that got the crappy stuff, man?
because you were drinking, like,
You were
Every-
drinking irresponsibly.
yes.
Your drinking has been going on for years. Mine just started.
We're in a different place in our journey. Fair enough.
It's okay.
Wow. Wow.
That's-
Drinking's been going on for years. Mine just started. What a fantastic.
Wow.
What a fantastic.
Can we get a quote?
line.
Can we get that as another quote?
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've quoted something.
Make another at disadvantage.
Yep. Oh, that's a 7.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
You're really starting to feel it.
Now
Volk,
I'm on
Volk is
my
watching
way.
you as you just sort of slip down this hill.
Yeah,
Slip,
so I told
fall,
that
you
female
drop.
goblin, if this is going on, I need a safe word and
It is
Oh.
a wise decision.
Oh, that just got real weird.
I told Alma about this. Why I speak goblin?
Out of curiosity, what was your safe word?
Oh, it was
Banana
some weird word that.
You broke Brayden.
Okay, over there.
You did for great.
Sorry, you broke Brayden.
Sorry, keep going.
So what? It's like whatever the I can't think about it at the moment. It's like whatever the goblin word was for like shackle free or something like that. I break shackles. I don't know.
A safe word seems like something you would not want to forget.
It was a while ago.
You never know when you might need it again.
I'm sure there'll be new safe words. You know. Like,
But I appreciate your willingness to communicate this to me. This was a very good communication.
do you speak other languages?
No.
Maybe you should learn sometime.
I need no safe word.
I mean, you never know. The goblins come around.
They think it could hit.
Mercy, my lord. Mercy.
Make another at disadvantage. -2.
-2.
Zero.
That's a 13 actually.
Jeez.
Okay, you're hanging in there.
Yeah.
Maybe the last few were a little bit watered down. You weren't.
Bartender's
Bartender's
cutting me off.
trying to cut you off, but you keep ordering, and they keep managing to hold it. One more time. Disadvantage -2.
Okay. Oh, that's a 1.
So that's a negative. That's a negative.
No,
one.
no. I got a 2 on my thing. So
Oh,
it's just
so
it's
what?
just a nat 1.
I'm not drawing. But...
I like to imagine you just kind of like you're in your seat and you just kind of looks like, hello. Yeah, nope, he is gone.
He's been, after having talked your ear off, he kind of
Tell you all
goes
about
silent,
that.
and he's just sitting there.
The last one just
Staring
tried
out
but
at
it just went
nothing.
all over the front.
And then you sort of shake him, and he falls out on the floor. It's like, okay then. All right, so we'll deal with that. The night passes for all of you guys. The next day comes around. Some of you are in better shape than others.
I feel wonderful.
And Lars comes to meet with you, Mizuki, for the luncheon that the two of you have planned.
Okay.
As a side note, I will be equipping Alma's charlatan weapon.
Okay. On other lunch dates, Lars has arranged for the two of you to head out into, wherever and have picnic lunches and things like
Yeah.
that. Today he tells you that he's not going to be able to do that. He has to stay close to town to oversee
Makes
preparations for the expedition. So he's set up for the two of you to have your lunch delivered to you at the town hall.
Okay.
So, my lady, are you well?
Yes, I'm doing quite well.
This is where I need to take notes.
And yourself?
Oh, quite busy, as I'm sure you're aware.
Yes.
This information was unexpected, but we must move swiftly to take advantage.
Of course.
Are you having any trouble outfitting your retainers for the journey?
Possibly.
Pan to Kel just hurley sewing.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. What troubles are you having?
It just seems that we might that in the time they've been here, perhaps they weren't expecting to be here so long. I'm not certain.
Size and shape.
But we seem to be a little low on
And some
uniforms.
and become female.
Well, I mean, if we need to provide you with Imperial uniforms, I'm sure we have spares.
I don't think that'd be necessary.
No, I mean, they. I feel like that might be a little off color.
Oh, it's a joke. I get it.
Yes.
Yeah. I get it. Yes, it's a joke. I quite droll. Thank you. That's quite droll.
I'm getting a headache now.
So are you in need of assistance in remedying that, or do you have a line on
I
fixing that?
I do have someone who might help, but I'll let you know
Okay.
if I need any other.
Well, aside from uniforms, are you facing any difficulties with your getting your retainers ready?
I don't believe so.
In fact, I'm a really good
I
crew.
did let them know last night, so they can be prepped.
Excellent.
However, it might be like, how far is it? Like,
Oh, it's
to know.
it's within the valley.
it's okay.
It's within a month's journey. Oh, fantastic!
Okay, I was just wondering if maybe,
We need wagons.
like what supply, like if you have a exact location or.
Forgive me, my lady, but I that information does have to remain confidential for the time being.
What could you at least give me a general direction?
I'm afraid I couldn't. No, suffice to say, it is within the valley. So, with it being, the depths of winter, you'll want to be sure that you're provisioned such.
Of course. Yeah, in my business studies, I seem to know the area pretty well, so it's just nice to know where exactly we're going. But I understand that
Yes,
it is
and
sensitive information.
it is quite sensitive, and much as I would like to tell you, unfortunately, that has to remain between myself and the general.
Yes, of course. When did the general get in? Just barely?
Yes, he arrived late in the evening about 3 nights ago.
Alright.
How long has he been working for you? And traveling by boat?
And where did he arrive from?
He came in from Costas.
Oh. So, he must have been... he must have been on his way for a while.
Yes.
So, you had anticipated his arrival?
No. As I said, his arrival and the information he brought was completely unexpected.
Okay. But he knew you were here.
Well, yes, it's no secret that I traveled here.
But, excuse me. I
Let me
I
phrase
don't
this.
quite understand. I mean, you just barely arrived here
Yes, but it
within
took
a month. What?
He's
it
been here
took
for 2
me
months.
some.
Okay.
It
Yeah,
took
I
me
mean-
some time to arrive here as well. And again, my travel plans were
Did
not
you
secret.
know that you were? But did you? Okay, you knew you were going to my family's estate, but did you know you were going to Cedarton?
Not until I visited with your family, no. But once
But then how?
once I knew that, I sent a message to the capital,
Okay. So then it should have had time.
apprising my family of my
Of course.
ultimate destination,
Of
and
course.
so the general knew where to find me.
I see. Okay. Well, sorry. I just
Thank you.
as a entrepreneur, and as
I'm sure your curiosity about all matters related to the royal family are quite understandable.
yes. Well, and I mean, since you did propose.
Exactly. And by the way, have you given that particular matter any more thought?
I have, yes. I have given quite a bit of thought.
And have you reached a conclusion?
Think of the carrot.
Sorry, we just have to see.
And so it begins.
And so it begins. The lies
I'm making the spy dice roll, so I have considered, and I would be happy to accept your offer.
Oh,
However,
excellent.
Let's break out the puppy.
I don't wish to announce it yet. I'd just like to keep it between us for now. I would
May
hope
I-
you would understand.
I'm
Just because I'm still waiting on on a message from my family, and so I don't want to. If anything changes.
I see.
Posturing. So much posturing.
I see.
Yeah, Lars, figure that
I'm
out.
not sure I see, actually. Would your family be that put out if you accepted my proposal? My understanding was that they
would be
were.
very pleased.
Then why must we keep it to ourselves?
I just don't wish to announce it quite. Just because I want to make sure things are settled, and maybe be a little more sure of my decision.
Are you likely to change your mind?
I mean, like I said, I've given it a lot of thought, and I don't think I would be likely to change my mind, but I could. But sometimes unexpected circumstances.
Like your death? Could affect things.
like your impending doom.
Sudden decapitation.
Unexpected circumstances can come up, and I would hate, to announce it and then.
If you're going on this expedition, it would be
Yeah, I mean,
really
who
upsetting for you to
knows?
fall in the
Like-
lake with a rock tied to your leg.
Oh
Like-
no!
The prince went swimming and drowned.
I
What a
at
shame.
least wish to wait until after our expedition, even if I don't wait until.
I see.
I don't think he liked that answer.
I don't think you liked it either. Is there any? You don't seem pleased.
So, I have proposed marriage to you. Do you accept? Well, yes, but I don't want to actually tell anyone or our families or officially say yes, but I might change my mind. You don't seem pleased by that answer.
I am.
This is a solid movie. Yep.
I am not quite sure how to respond to that. I am unaccustomed to such equivocation.
That's perfectly understandable.
Also
and I
accustomed
mean,
to your wives not living very long, so
There might be a
that's
pattern here,
perfectly
brother.
understandable. And I'm sorry that this seems maybe a little out untraditional. have enjoyed my time. Our time spent together.
Oh, friend zone.
Are you like talking to anyone who's like deathbed?
Make me.
This sounds like people who have
Wow.
So, your choice, either deception or persuasion, whichever is most applicable, and
I don't know which one helps with you letting someone down. Letting them down easy.
Probably persuasion.
okay.
Attack.
That was a nat 20.
Oh!
And I had that's a plus 5
Yes.
also.
Okay.
You are the best at letting people down easy.
Apparently,
And this is
the
interesting. This is the
businesswoman.
first
Yes.
woman who has actually told him no.
And
I mean, I didn't
in the
say
But
sort of-
she hasn't
I
told him
haven't
no is the
actually
thing.
even
It's
told
like,
him
No,
No.
this is
She didn't say no. She just said everything but yes.
she said everything but yes in a way that takes him down a peg.
True. Let's see how he responds, shall we?
In his unnatural environment.
Where he is no longer in control of the situation.
Behold the Lars.
Right.
I must say, I've never met anyone quite like you. And I'm still trying to decide how I feel about that. Now, I still believe our match is a solid one and would bring honor and power
Of
and
course.
glory to the Empire.
We're still going.
And he just kind of sits back and just stares at you for a little bit.
Time
The
has been through
the meal that follows is laid out. It's as
Getting
it's
cold.
it's not a fine it's not as fine a meal as you would have had in back in civilization, but it's
Yes.
well it's pretty good for
It's
this
an entire chicken.
it's pretty good
It's the whole
for
chicken.
for this area. It is served by members of the garrison who are acting as serving staff for Lars today.
Smart.
The conversation actually sort of lulls, and where there would have normally been sort of this hoity-toity back and forth, it's actually a meal taken in silence as he's sort of he glances over at you every so often.
Like two people playing chess,
and
they
then
don't
he
say
starts,
anything.
and
Yes.
then he
Like
just
back
kind
and
of
forth.
then he kind of sort of drifts off and is pondering this reality that's in front of him, and
It's not a reality he
you can
expected.
it's not a reality he expected, and you can see the wheels turning, and you're not real sure what he's planning, but you know that he's planning.
He's gonna murder us.
The meal runs its course.
Probably.
He does. At its conclusion, he stands.
Deadly
He
shock
gives you a
warning.
bow. He says, "If you'll excuse me, my lady, I have things I really must attend to. If you need anything, please don't hesitate to inquire of the staff. Do have a good day."
Just not,
And
You as well.
with one more bow, he turns and leaves the city hall.
Character is sad. No. Disadvantage. Okay, I understand. I was looking at the little store commands thing that Chipper called up, and I was like, I don't actually remember what our commands are. The character is sad. I get to spend a point and say that.
You are sad.
Yes, you are now
Say
sad.
Why are you sad, Volk? I do not know.
It has come upon me suddenly.
Overwhelming sadness of home.
So,
Right.
after the meal, You get the sense it did not go the way Lars had it planned,
Steve.
but it also did not go the way you had it planned.
No,
So,
not at all. But we'll figure out something. Okay, well, Mizuki will head. I guess everyone is. Well, okay. I don't know. Where is everyone?
I'm passed out.
Still at the bar.
Let's see.
Still at the bar.
So this is after your
Am I still on
dinner.
the floor?
This is
Did you pick me up?
afternoon.
No, no.
After-
Yeah, so this would be after-
I would just probably
once you
still
pass out,
be-
you sleep on the floor. That's
I would probably just still be waiting at Killian's.
I guess I would be trying to get caught up on some of my responsibilities at the cloister as fast as I could. So like there's this ridiculously like most of the monks are doing everything nice and peacefully and all of that, and I'm like doing the cartoon sped up version of everything.
I like to imagine you meditating as fast as possible.
Yes.
Other monks, you,
Or you like it's like one of those things you have to memorize and then say the whole thing and you're just rapping the whole thing.
Yeah.
Amen.
Just gonna throw down bars, like, just absolutely. Yeah, just catching up as much as humanly possible with all of the work. Like, the entire herb garden is weeded. All of the little things have, like, cool geometric designs around them in the sand, although they're a little bit more haphazard than they might usually be.
roll me a dexterity check real quick.
Dex. That's just a general dex
Yeah,
check.
just a straight dex check.
Or if I see her coming out, I'll
Five.
see if I can see Mizuki coming out and trying to
Yeah,
target her before
Mizuki
that.
will head back
24.
24?
probably to the end.
In your weeding, you are actually able to get only weeds and leave all of the herbs where they're supposed to be.
Well, that's good.
And you as you're heading back towards your cell to sort of get cleaned up, you pass Itzhak, who's got his own hoe and rake coming out, and he sort of looks you up and down, and he looks over at the herb garden, and he looks back at you.
Absolutely
He looks back at you,
Got stuff to do.
and he turns back around, throws his tools over his shoulder,
You did it before you even got there.
Walked away.
and walks back with you. You see him duck into his cell, which is like just a few doors down from yours. And like 2 minutes later, he comes out and he's got this floppy hat on over his head and a fishing pole slung over his shoulder.
I love it so much.
And he's and he sort of
Ice fishing.
Ice
man.
fishing, man.
and he holds the pole up and he sort of
Can't join me.
I should check in on the others first. Where are you going?
and he points down to the river.
Okay, I'm gonna check with everybody else, and then if I am unnecessary, I will.
Now, the only thing you have to ask yourself, Simi, doing all your chores quickly, was that just?
I don't know. I don't have a god to ask anymore. He's probably hanging out in the tower, like in his underwear. I don't know.
He and Sionis are taking advantage of the fact that they're the only two people there.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
honey, you didn't leave him in the tower. You brought him with us.
Oh, did
Yeah,
I?
you did.
Oh, I
Yep,
did.
Because you
Oh,
said, and I
yes.
quote, "I don't want to leave Signers with a god."
That's fair.
Yeah.
I feel like that's probably a wise decision. Also, I feel like he needs babysitting, and maybe more than one person is like required. For
So
that job.
so where would you have left him last night, or today while you were doing stuff at the cloister?
Dang it!
Yes, where is he?
See, this is what happened when you have a pet.
I'd have kept him with me.
Cabbage?
Oh, with cabbage. That would be funny.
Zoigan is being held at the House of Cabbage, being
I feel
used
like
as a jungle gym.
maybe we'll trade him out, like to just like keep one person
Keep
from being
rotating him.
too overwhelmed by his
Right.
like, odd night.
You don't want him to come with us to the bar?
No.
Because if he can't drink, wait, hold on. That's it
If I
backwards.
can't
If I can't drink, he can't drink.
Absolutely. That's just.
That's Simi's own kind of justice.
Yes. You are part of the reason that I am in this conundrum.
Stevie becomes the god of the 7-step program.
She becomes the higher power.
So yeah, I might actually like end up keeping him with me, which means that I would keep him at the winery instead of the cloister because there are
Oh,
probably
boy.
fewer questions. He's already been at the winery. I mean, that's where he showed up in my
And
bed.
then you have to talk to Mom about that.
I mean,
Hi,
she-
Mom. Remember this person that you found in my bed the other day? Can he stay?
We're gonna put him in a different room,
Of
though.
course, we could always use someone else in the family.
And if all goes well, a couple of tiny things in the family.
Simi, fine,
Give me
fine.
grandchildren.
No. So yeah, I would keep watch over him at the winery.
Okay.
Awkwardly.
And so when you got up early in the morning and heading off to the cloister, did you
Do you want me to take care
you're
of
gonna
him?
leave him
Yes,
there?
please.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Uh-huh.
Maybe he can go fishing with me.
Okay, so now
I get if
here's
I'm
the
not useful
question.
anywhere
Uh-huh.
else.
Do you have him come drinking with us?
Oh no.
Because you're now in charge of Zoigan.
Hold
Yeah.
on, hold on.
I mean,
Evens, yes.
once
Tails, no.
Mizuki's back, you can.
Yeah. I give him to you guys. So.
You, me, Mal, and the god that
Yeah.
has been kicked out of heaven.
Is there a word for a god that has been kicked out?
I don't know.
Fallen?
I thought there was.
Dethroned.
Dethroned?
Demoted.
Demoted.
So, at some point over the course of the night, well, no, it wouldn't be night, it would be the next morning.
In the morning.
Yeah.
Casting is still sort of laid out, snoozing on the floor under the
Drooling
table.
everywhere.
Adrian and Zoigan show up.
Oh, hello.
Hi. You mind if I leave our companion here while I take care of a few things?
I have no problem with it.
Thank you. I will.
Tag it.
Oh, okay. I can just do what other people are doing here. That's how this is working.
I'll give him 20 gold. And just say here. And then
Mal
I'll
gives
leave.
him fun alcohol,
Okay.
apparently.
Drinking in the morning.
Okay.
No, I will give you the 20 gold and just like take care of him and I'll go.
I will hand you 20 gold. Not my problem.
All right. And so Zoigan goes over to the bar. And he puts all 20 gold on the bar. Says,
no.
"I'd like a drink, please."
Oh,
And-
no.
Yeah, what is?
How many does he get?
And the bartender looks at it and says, "You got it." And he goes into the back and he brings
All
out
the alcohol.
he brings out
This
a
is now
very
a kegger.
large, very dusty sort of bottle. It's got a dwarven sort of aesthetic to it, and he pulls the cork and he pours Zoigan a shot.
What's this called? It's called the Dwemer's Cog.
And Zoigan takes it, throws it back, sets his shot glass down.
Let's see what
That was
happens.
nice. I like that. And the bartender pours him another, and he takes it, throws it back, and falls off the stool.
I imagine there's like a small cult following of dwarves or something like that who are like
We're all day
Like-
drinking.
day drinking or whatever, and you're just like this like god of drinking to them, and not like in the literal sense, but just like metaphorically. And some of them are trying to be you and can't.
And so it takes 2 drinks, and he passes out. He rolled an 18 and then a 2.
I will take the rest of what he bought. We'll keep it for him.
He is clearly not the god of wine.
And so the bartender
There is no justice in getting drunk.
recorks the bottle and brings it over and sets it on the table.
There is no justice. There is no justice.
For Mal, it is a very stout
It's
dwarven
probably
whiskey.
been us, if there is.
It's one of those ones where it's just like whoever made it just found like some weird potent moss and used it, and it's like the most potent thing that's like ever. It's like 80 proof.
So
It's
when
real good
after
stuff.
you drop him off, where are you heading?
Do I see her get done with her little luncheon?
Make me a perception check.
Okay.
How long until I wake
Oh,
up?
That's a good question.
15.
15. Yeah, you probably would.
Malor, the
Roll me a Constitution save.
It's canon now.
Disadvantage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, disadvantage because you are still technically unconscious.
Actually, that was pretty good. Is it -2 or not?
No.
Okay, so that'd be 17 actually.
17. Okay. You
18.
probably wake up about the time Zoigan is passing out.
So as soon as he falls, you sit up.
So that'd be right around noon.
Noon?
You are, however,
It's high noon.
you are definitely still feeling the effects of last night.
Welcome back. You're just in time for lunch.
Did you like stay up the whole night? Okay.
I'm gonna look up at. I guess some people can't hold the liquor.
Apparently not.
I'm gonna get some food.
Okay.
I will see Mizuki and I will head over towards her. How'd it go?
Well, I couldn't figure out where exactly we're going.
Okay.
Despite my best efforts, he wouldn't even give me a direction.
Right. Okay.
Unfortunate. And
And he would usually have that stuff in his back office, right?
I'm
Maybe.
guessing he would have it in his office that he's using right now. That's in the town hall.
Right. In
That
like that
was the
back
mayor's
office.
office.
Is there windows to the mayor? Is there a window in the mayor's office?
It's the town hall, so I'd probably.
Is there a window to
Yeah.
the mayor's office? Cat.
This is such a bad
in
plan.
here?
An invisible in gear. Yep, that's my plan.
I mean, fair. I don't know if the. Well, anyway, he said the information was. Yeah. Obviously sensitive and whatever.
True. But other than that, how did the date go?
I mean, it was fine. I guess.
Ish.
What's right next to
I might
the?
have done a thing.
You might have done a thing.
Whoa! What thing have you
Here.
done?
Whoa!
I'm not here. Oh, dang it.
I might have told him that I accepted his proposal.
Kinda.
But that not to announce it to anyone yet.
Okay. So you've stalled him once again.
Yeah, I believe so.
The long and short of it.
So what's around the
I don't
mayor's
know.
office?
I just
All right.
the
So
mayor's-
so
the town
so
hall or
so the
whatever?
town hall is right here.
Yes.
So there's there's a couple of shops, some homes. I mean, there's not a lot.
How far is the tavern from this town hall?
So the inn is here.
Right. Could I feet 100 feet? A parameter in which I can look through him within 100 feet and not have a problem.
Yes.
Okay. So the tavern would probably be the best place. Alright. Well, I left Zoigan at the tavern for a moment. Probably go check up on
should
him.
I
And
think,
maybe I'll do some reconnaissance as well.
yeah. I don't know. I felt like I can't keep refusing his offer.
I mean, you
Without
can,
him
but that might not
becoming
come out so well.
suspicious, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, so hopefully this will hold him over for a little longer.
Mhm. And you've probably got only one more chance, depending on how
Yeah.
this is going so far.
Yes, but it does seem like
Yeah. Well, let's go check on Zoigan.
yes, we should go check on the.
We enter the tavern and I assume, where have you put him?
I have left him where he fell.
Yep, just like me.
Like when he passed out, I'm like, oh, that's where he stays.
Does he look like he's breathing?
Make a medicine check.
3. No, wait, 5.
5?
I went the wrong way. 5.
5? He's not breathing.
Uh-oh.
Oh no! You killed my guy!
I rolled a 5! Hold on a
I
second.
should take him back to my room maybe.
Why do you not just leave him where he lies?
Well, someone could, like, trip and fall over him. We
No one's
wouldn't
going to trip and fall over
Like
him.
that's the concern.
One of the drunks trips and
That's
falls
the
over.
concern.
So if anybody that isn't one of us or is friendly to us starts getting close to him, Volk will come over and be like, no, you're not allowed to come over.
Not allowed.
Okay.
And he'll like turn people around,
Okay.
like.
Not allowed to go. Perfect.
Can we just put him in a chair?
No, you look
Is he-
comfortable to me. This is where he fell. This is where he can stay. I see no problem with this.
Okay.
I mean,
So, see me about this time you're done with your stuff and you're coming into town.
Oh boy.
uh-huh.
Oh boy.
Would you like to join us for lunch?
Dinner?
Sure.
We are ordering an entire turkey.
Okay.
An entire turkey.
An entire turkey. Okay.
What is this turkey?
Let's see. I knew
I
that they
don't
went
know,
to the
but it
bar,
sounds
right?
good.
Probably.
Did
I mean, you knew that Volk and Castian and Mal were at the bar. You're not real sure. You knew
Well, her room is at the bar, or at
her room is at the
No.
bar. Well,
No. My room is at the inn.
is the bar.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
kind of the
Which is
same
up
thing.
in, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
We are essentially doing all of this at the hotel bar.
Yes, at the
Okay.
hotel bar. Yes.
So yeah,
at
her
our
room
hotel
is
bar.
there. You're not real sure about
real quick.
Milo.
Real quick, I will like head upstairs real quick, find a secluded area, and I will cast invisibility on Ingir.
You know, you could do that in my room.
Sure, I'll do that. I will
Okay.
turn
That
him
might be a
invisible,
good
and then I will
place to
head
do
back
that.
down. I will find a seat, and I will just kind of like look like I'm doing this, but I will go into Ingir, and invisibly he will begin flying towards the town center, towards the window that looks
Okay.
into the mayor's office.
We will come back to that.
Yes. Yes, we will.
I'm going to just take my staff and just kind of poke Zoyan and see if he moves any. Okay, he's fine.
About this time, I'll show up.
Hello!
What did you do?
Nothing.
It was like that when I woke up, so I don't know.
Zoigan is on the floor.
Yes, he is passed out from drinking.
He seems.
I'm
He's
looking
not
through
there.
Ingir's
Yeah,
eyes.
he's at our table like
I'm
this.
here. Mizuki's down there.
It looks like I'm kind of like
I
half
think-
sleeping, like just
I
like
think
putting my
he's
hand on my head.
okay.
I poked him, he moved, he seems to be
I don't know.
okay.
I just
Hey,
got
no, I
here,
told you,
so-
you're not allowed to go over there. You have to move away. Do not make me get up. You have to move away.
I'm gonna medicine check him. I don't think I have high medicine. Oh, it's not
I
terrible.
have high medicine. I have
you
Oh,
go.
it's above a 20. Okay.
21 to be precise.
He's fine. He's just passed out drunk.
Yeah.
So, I left him with you to take care of him. This was not exactly what I had in mind.
So I'd like to point out he's sitting at our table like this.
Fine.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, Braden. I can't come to the phone right. I don't say this, but can't come to the phone right now. I'm busy looking through Inger.
He's still here though?
Nope.
Nope.
Ah, okay.
Busy right now.
Oh, is he doing that thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like to
that
join?
thing
I
is
just
there.
like, put my hand on his shoulder and shove.
Make
Whatever it is, it's gonna be bad.
make me a Constitution
A
save.
Constitution save. Okay.
There goes Ingir's invisibility.
11. The reason I have trust issues.
Now, to be fair, you started this one. I put you in charge of my god, and you got him plastered, and he's unconscious on the floor at a bar.
Hey, but he's safe.
He's unharmed.
Uh-huh.
So
Can't get in trouble. He's
you're
passed
you're peering through Ingir's eyes. He is about halfway across the city center. There are little shop stalls. Not as many because it is winter, but there are shop stalls kind of popping up around the center. Most of them are around fire pits to try and stay a little bit warm. The next thing you know, you find yourself.
You feel the sense of vertigo.
You feel a sense of falling, and you find yourself lying on your sides back in the tavern for just a split second before you're able to snap back into Ingir.
Okay, everything fine with Inger?
Seems to be.
I just check. Inger looks at
Inger
himself.
looks at his
Just check
hand.
if he's invisible.
He's still invisible.
I will come back to myself. I'll be like, I'll get back in my chair.
You fell off your stool.
I did. I was having a nap.
I could tell. Mm-hmm. Care to explain the god that's unconscious on the floor?
No, I would like to explain.
It's fine. I will explain for you. He is drunk. Indeed, passed out.
I got that.
Yep.
You're good at this.
You're
thing.
now all caught up with what has happened since he got here.
You were supposed to look after him.
I did. I gave him like 20 gold, and I figured he'd figure out what to do with it.
He asked us to look after. He asked me to look after him, and I have watched him carefully this whole time. Would you like to join us for dinner?
Or lunch,
We're
or
having
whatever this thing is.
turkey?
We're eating an entire turkey.
Oh,
I will go back into Inger.
you know, why the hell not?
Continue the journey.
Okay. So Ingir gets to the window. It is closed, and there's frost on the outside of it. So peering in, it appears as though the room is empty. The fires are not lit in the hearth, so no one is in the office and doesn't look like they have been all day.
Okay. What do I do from here?
Golden question.
Does it look like the window can be unlocked? Or
How
not-
smart
not
is
like-
Ingir?
What do you want? What stat do you want?
I want his intelligence. What's his intelligence?
10. Average. Does
Ingir
it have a
can't tell.
Is it? I can tell.
Ah.
Does it have? Because I'm looking through him.
Okay.
Is it like one that you can unlatch, or is it just like one that is just like pressed and is just like a part of the fixture of the?
It does. So it does have a latch. Looking at it, it appears as though it is locked. However,
Like when you say locked, like latch locked or like keyhole locked.
it's not keyhole locked. It's the latch is engaged so that the window's not going to move.
Is there is there a way he can unlatch it somehow?
Not from the outside,
Did
no.
we get?
Just break the window.
Did we get?
I don't know if he can break a window.
Did we get a key
Right
when
into it.
when Cabbage and I made copies, did we get a key? I thought we got a key to.
You got a key to Lars's room.
There was one other key that we had.
I don't think it was
Was
the
it-
mayor's key.
I think it was. It might have been. I think it was.
I don't remember.
What key
I'll have to go back and,
what can-
watch and see.
what can-
I'm checking.
What can
Let
you
me
do?
check and see if it's in my notes.
Okay.
Alright.
What was the question? Sorry.
I made Cabbage, stole some keys, and then I made copies, and then I
Have
returned
Inger
them.
head towards
And
the
I
front
thought
of the
I had gotten
head towards the
more
front
than
of the building.
Lars.
Okay.
I
What do
thought
I see when I
I'd
get
at
to
least
the
gotten one other key.
Steven
so
says
there
it's to
was
town hall.
Oh,
Yes,
that's what I
because Inger
thought.
can
That's
pull
what I
them.
thought. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I have a key to town hall.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
a good idea.
Then all right then.
So,
So he gets around to the front,
Mhm. What
and
is he?
the doors are closed.
Okay. He can't open the
That's what I
door.
thought.
He will knock. See what happens.
Just
I approve.
Ding dong ditch.
No, not even that. It's just
He
more like
doesn't have to ditch. He's invisible.
tiny little like pseudo
Right,
dragon arms.
right.
It's like a ferret scratching
Yeah.
the door.
Yeah.
So
He is invisible, by the way.
Yep.
Yes.
So a couple of the merchants who are set up right there at the foot of the stairs sort of turn around and look and don't see anything, obviously. Minutes go by and there is no answer at town hall.
We'll try again.
What is that noise?
There's this tiny pitter patter of something.
Can he slide under the door?
No.
Are you sure he can't open the door?
He'll fly up and like grasp onto the door and
Turn his
use
whole
it-
body.
Turn his whole body.
I mean, is that the kind of doorknob it is?
I was about to ask that. Is it a turn knob? Is it a like unlatch?
How is he gonna
or...
lift the door even if you can?
Well,
turn
let's cross the bridge when we get there. First, I need to find out what kind of thing is locking or closing this door.
Well, for starters, there's not actually like a knob or anything on the outside. So it's one of those where they throw the doors open and everyone's able to come in, but it has to be open from the inside.
Can he try and pull it open?
Oh.
Or is he too big?
Make a strength check.
Please get that 20.
9.
The door does not move.
Okay. All right. With grit and determination, I'll try again. 8.
Nope.
Okay. I guess he'll wait for a little while, maybe like 10 minutes, and see if anyone comes up. Because I've got like an hour of this left, so I think I've only spent like 15.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So I'll wait like 10 minutes and just see what happens.
So Inger is smelling like cooking goat from one of the
Of
vendors,
course he is.
and that sort of draws his attention for a little bit. He flies over and he sort of sits on top of the
Mate,
stall
no, please stop. No.
and sits there and watches. And he's sort of a little bit of drool.
I'll give you a whole turkey leg if you complete this. Please.
A little bit of drool coming down off of its mouth.
I'll get you some later. I'll get you some later. We just need to get through the door
You might have to
first.
fight
It's like Baby
for it.
Groot all over.
Just like be like, please, we need to get through the door. I'll buy you like an entire goat leg or whatever. Just get through the door.
So he kind of turns.
Promises.
He turns away from the goat, And you can kind of feel that he's a little bit perturbed by that. But he sits and he watches, and for another 15 minutes, nobody comes to town hall.
Real happy place.
Try knocking on the door again. Try knocking on the
Try
door.
knocking on the door again? Okay.
I literally have a key.
So again, the street vendors sort of look over their shoulder. Did you hear that? Sounded like knocking, but there's nobody there. And there's nobody in town hall today, right? No.
Wait, you said there was a fire in a hearth. I go to the chimney.
Oh no.
No, there is no fire.
Damn it.
But there is a hearth.
Yeah, I feel like it's better for there to not be a
It
fire.
is better for there to not be a fire at the bottom of the chimney. This plan is not dependent on the fire being in
As
existence.
long as there is a hearth.
He will head towards the hearth.
All right, so he's going to go to the chimney
Yeah,
then.
Do I know that if there's a hearth that goes straight to the mayor's office?
Well, I mean, you saw the fireplace in the office.
Then he will go there.
All right. All right.
You did that to
Make
begin with.
You're not going to be invisible anymore, just so you remember.
make
Because you're going through a soot-covered, like,
Yeah.
chimney area.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean he'll get soot stuck on him.
Well,
I guess that depends on how wide.
You
And
have
like,
little
even if he
faith
does,
in Ingir.
soot could turn invisible too. Your clothes turn invisible with you.
so make me
Yeah, but
a
they're
make
on
me
you when you
for
turn
in gear.
invisible.
Make me a dexterity check.
I don't know
Yeah, but
if
if you
that would...
put stuff on, it turns invisible.
That's not how
But Ingrid
horror
doesn't
movies
have
work.
clothes.
Well, if that's the way that worked, then I totally Wow!
What?
You need new
Oof.
dice.
That would be a 1.
So
Yeah.
Ingir squeezes through under the cover
It's
that keeps the snow off the fire, from falling down into the fireplace.
Mhm.
And he squeezes down into the chimney, and it's really, really tight. And he gets his head and his shoulders in, and then he sort of wraps his wings around him and squeezes those in, and he gets to his hips and cannot get his hips into the chimney.
Oh, yeah. Buddy,
Poor
please.
hips that don't lie.
And then he starts to try to back up, and his wings get caught,
Oh no!
and he can't go forward and he can't go back,
Oh no!
and he's just kind of sitting there.
Here.
Okay.
Hey, boss, this isn't working.
Oh, you talk now. Wonderful.
Well, I mean, you get that message.
Okay.
It's
I will,
not verbal, but you get the message in your head.
I will pop him out of existence for a minute. I will come out of it and just say, I'm gonna go for a walk. I'm just gonna
So
leave.
when you come out of it, there is half a turkey still sitting on our table.
Okay. Is there still a turkey leg left?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
I'm gonna grab the turkey leg, wrap it in this like cloth or whatever, and I'm gonna go outside.
Okay.
I'm gonna. All right. I'm a terrible spellcaster. I head towards town hall, and I go to the side that has the mayor the window that the mayor's in, where the
Okay.
mayor's office is in,
Okay.
and I will make him reappear inside. Because I forgot to read what the Find Familiar spell specifically says. That I can make him appear within 30 feet of me. So the last half hour wasted.
What was it though?
And I will head back to the
But
tavern.
was it?
I will head back to the tavern. I will sit down in a huff, ignoring them, and I will go back in. And I will look through his eyes, and I will try to find anything! Anything! Wait!
There's going to be nothing in this room.
I literally, there's gonna be nothing now.
Shut up! I want you shut up!
How are you gonna get him out? Are you gonna send him back up the chimney?
No, I'll just make him disappear.
All right. So make me an investigation check.
Can I make a perception, please?
No.
For the love of everything.
No. You are actively looking for something.
You have.
I know, and I'm
You
I
have.
can use every bit of it. You son of a bitch. It was a 20 and then it rolled to an 8!
I watched it. It was bad.
Please! Okay!
Yeah.
15.
Ooh, jeez.
Please let this be worth it.
So are you using yours or his? Because you're actively looking through
It
his
doesn't
eyes.
matter! It doesn't matter, Keith. It's a 15.
Okay. So describe for me your search a little bit. Where are you looking? What are you looking for specifically?
Lifting up papers, seeing if there's a map that just is like, this is where we're going. Any kind of paper, anything in drawers.
Okay.
Just
Like anything from the capital.
yeah, anything capitalized or like that's
Or,
just like an
like-
envelope that says "Do not open if you are not large." You know, something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
like-
You are
Like
He's-
checking
he's
behind
looking for a
paintings.
map with part of it circled with a bunch of arrows that says "Secret Dwarven City."
Exactly.
For royalty eyes only.
like anything. I would probably look for like
Please,
anything
anything.
with like the
An
seal.
invoice saying
Like
anything.
anything with an imperial seal.
Well, anything with an imperial seal.
Right.
That
Yeah.
would make sense.
Okay.
Tax records, tax records, tax records.
Oh, so many tax records.
Here, stop looking at the tax book.
We already know that all of them are fraudulent.
It had a turkey on it.
Oh. Is that
The
the
imperial
Seneca mascot? Is a turkey? Is that what's on our on our city flag? It's a turkey.
Sure. Why not?
It is now.
It is now. No, so there are any number of folios that have the city tax records and the city, bookkeeping and things like that. Reports from late in the springs, late in the summer, early fall, from up in the hills around the logging camp. Sort of what they were able to get this year, and it was sort of an off year because they had to relocate the camp a couple of times, and plans for how to expand production and maybe try and make the shortfall up next year. It looks like mostly city business. The only things that have like an imperial seal on it look to be like the official letter from Costas saying that the garrison is going to be stationed in Sutterton, pending the removal of the nuisance of the little lizard people that have
Right.
showed up. There's also a couple of like they're not warrants because no one in Costas knew for sure if anything hinky was going on, but there's a couple of we're looking for this type of person, and sort of looking through it, it looks like they might have been targeting the changelings. So that information was passed on from Lars, from the garrison to the mayor. There's nothing, the only maps you see are local maps, the city planning out some new construction. They need to, there's plans to try and put a cofferdam around the old Dwarven dock and see if there's any way that it can be raised above the water level and made usable again. There's plans to add some guard posts, and those are things that have been sort of requested by the garrison at the main roads in and out of town. There was a request by the miller to put a second spillway at the mill and add a second water wheel, a second grindstone. They're considering that, but they haven't really approved that project yet. Things like that. The wider maps that you see are more just the sort of the vanity maps. This is the Valley of the Four Kings.
All right. Well, nothing. Okay. I will.
All that work for nothing.
Pretty much.
Put my backpack on the side. I'll come back out. I'll put my backpack on the side of my chair and leave there enough room, and I'll make him disappear and reappear in the back. And I'll just stick the whole turkey leg down there, and then.
Oh goodness.
And then I'll reappear in whatever conversation I enter in.
You okay there?
I'm fine.
What were you doing?
Don't want to talk about it.
Seeing if I could glean some information, but I don't think I found anything.
Yes. Have we learned anything from our day's activities?
So, unfortunately, Lars was
Facetious?
yes, didn't seem willing to tell me exactly where we were headed or even what direction we were headed.
So, in a word, no. We have learned nothing.
Yeah.
Yes, mostly. I did ask a little bit more about the general who apparently arrived from Costas with
Arrived.
the news, but
I thought we had determined that that was not true.
I feel like it can't be true, and I believe Lars knows that it's a lie. It doesn't really add up.
So, what's our plan then?
Do we need uniforms?
Tel's already working on that, right?
Yeah.
He's on standby, waiting to hear if we need to.
Oh.
I gave him a heads up. It might be a possibility.
Do we want to go with that plan and join in this garrison? I know some of us wanted to get there before the expedition, but
Well, considering we don't know
Yeah, we
where,
don't know where to
we don't
go.
know the location.
and that's was an issue we had last night. So
Yeah, so I think we're stuck just going with the expedition. I don't think that there's a way for us to get ahead.
Yeah.
Unless anything comes up before. So apparently, yes, well, actually, we're going out into the cold. Do we actually need uniforms? Because your people would need cold weather gear on anyway.
Yeah.
So their clothes would be covered up.
Yeah.
So do we care that much about having the retainer uniforms?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think
To be
so.
fair,
I
you
mean-
can always just say that you were your privateer group that have been looking
We're your
for.
pirates.
I mean, he
Pirates.
knows
Well-
who we are, so.
Yeah, he knows
Yeah.
who we are.
Wait,
He knows
like-
that we are generally
Knows
her.
who all of you are?
Well,
Yes.
in the general
Uh,
sense,
He knows
she
that we live here. He knows that we
Yes.
are locals. He's
Yes.
seen us.
and
Yes.
we were your.
You.
If I remember correctly, we were your ingredients gatherer for perfumes.
Yes. You did. Yes. You.
I think
indeed.
I think that was what we were going
Yes.
with. Is that we were her. Since we know the land a lot better than her
Yes.
retainers and any of the
yes.
garrison, we knew more specific spots within the valley. So we work for the Ito
Yeah,
family, looking
that's
for
right.
specific ingredients to create perfumes.
Yes.
Perfume.
And we
Yeah.
have Mal, who smells things, so he could be our expert. Wonderful.
Who smells things?
I do not believe Mal is an expert on perfume.
He isn't fermenting.
He doesn't have to be.
Oh,
He's-
alright then.
He can be
Pretending.
an expert on whatever he's an
And
expert
the rest of
on.
us are just mercenaries or just people that
Or just
know the
people
land.
that I've hired.
Yeah, I feel like the word mercenary is probably to
Also-
be avoided.
also you're from
Merchants.
the cloister here, so you would know a lot
Yeah.
about herbs and stuff like that.
Yeah,
plants.
I can.
You
You know,
are
both food is not all that different.
herbalism
It's just that
expert.
one's they both need to smell good. They both need the right ingredients.
But
it's just
I
that one
can
drinks and one you
ask
put on.
Lars for some cold weather gear.
If you say
Well,
so.
we already
If-
have what we have.
We already have.
I think she
but-
was referring to her own retainers.
Oh,
retainers, yeah.
her. Okay, gotcha.
If it comes down to it and a fight breaks out, would your retainers follow your orders or would they be more inclined
They
to
will
join
follow
Lars'
my
side?
orders.
That's good.
Good
Just,
to know,
I
just
mean,
as a
they are my
backup plan should
yes,
something
they
happen.
would follow my orders.
Okay.
Then I guess we can join you as your special.
Hirons, your
Hirons.
crew.
Yeah,
Your crew.
my crew. Yes.
Hirelings.
Yes, we're your hirelings. But please don't treat us like Munchkin hirelings.
Mercantile crew.
Can I
So-
kill your hirelings?
They're leaving in 2 days.
Yes.
Because it was 3 days yesterday, right?
Yep.
So they're leaving in 2 days.
Roughly that, yeah.
Do you think we can be ready in 2 days?
Oh,
I am ready to go.
yeah,
yeah,
pretty
we're
much
ready
we
to
can
go.
all be ready at the
Okay.
drop of a hat.
Yes.
I was just
Think we
I was
should-
just making sure, like, cause depending on if we need more if we need equipment and stuff like that, if
Yeah.
everyone was.
Although I would like to tell Kel that we don't need the uniform, so he won't
Yes.
have to stand by.
If
on
we wear what we usually wear and just say that we are part of Miss Izo's gathering group, or
Entourage.
is there a specific name you'd like to refer to us as?
that. Entourage, Gooby, whatever.
Crew,
This
bodyguards.
is my fan club.
Bodyguard.
Yeah.
Bodyguards
Personal
might be
bodyguards.
good. Bodyguards might be good.
Okay.
I feel like that might put Lars more at ease.
Makes sense. And most of us have like plausible skills to bring to a party of traveling guards, whether like big burly or not. So, you know.
You're the herbalist, so should we find anything weird plants on the expedition, you'll be able to tell everyone if they should be avoided or anything like that. You are the fashion expert, so you have.
It's very important.
Yeah, which is very
But it's
important because
not.
you're from the capital, you know high society, so you know all
You're not
of
wrong.
the trending
It's true.
stuff. You're burly, and
You're
can
not wrong.
probably take a fight. I'm here.
Advisor.
Oh, I mean,
No,
you
I'm-
look strong.
Yeah, look strong.
You look like the. I mean, you look like the bodyguard type.
Are you
Yeah.
not actually strong?
No, I am incredibly
Oh,
strong.
he's.
I
sorry,
meant
Yeah.
maybe not perhaps as strong as you are.
Oh, of course,
But-
but very few people are.
I was gonna ask if you wanted to find out.
No,
It's fine,
it's fine.
I don't think that's necessary.
What do
that's
you-
not
what do you
necessary.
propose
I
we
will-
do
I will
to learn
concede
who is
it.
strongest.
Yeah, just have a fight out back and see what
I
happens.
have no problem with this. Adrian, do you wish to fight out back to discover which of us is the strongest?
I'm good. You can take the moniker as the strongest.
If you wish.
Obviously, you're stronger. He forfeits.
So what are you guys doing?
Another drink?
I suppose
Always.
we're just waiting. We're gonna wait 2 days and just go with the
Mal
garrison.
versus Volk.
Yeah.
Fun
I'll
to
probably
watch.
meet up with Lars and ask about cold weather gear for my retainers.
So when you start asking around town for Lars,
He's disappeared.
you are informed that he has gone back out to the garrison camp.
Okay.
And once you get there, I assume you go out to try and touch base with him.
Yes.
You are informed once you get there that he is in sort of closed meetings, planning out the planning the logistics for the expedition.
Okay.
But his secretary sort of hears your request, and he knows that you are, that you're close to Lord Lars,
Okay.
and so he makes arrangements for any cold weather gear that your retainers
Okay.
might need.
Perfect. So, and I'm guessing I don't see anything off at the garrison.
No,
or
I mean
like see anyone.
it appears, it does appear to be business as usual.
Okay.
There's a little bit more activity, but mostly you can tell that the soldiers are packing up pack horses and gathering materials for a journey.
Okay. Yeah.
So nothing. What you would expect to see.
Okay. All right. Well. With
Are you gonna?
Yeah. With that, she'll just head back. Yeah.
Okay. Zeugen sort of comes to middle of the afternoon. He's like, "Oh,
Want to go fishing?
I'm gonna slide the bottle down to him. This is the rest of what you bought with your money.
tell you what, big guy, you hang on to that."
Nope, it is yours. You should have it. Not you.
Yeah, make me a Constitution check.
A save or a check?
Just a
It
check.
doesn't matter. It's gonna be the same either. Oh, that'd be a 6.
So much for fishing.
That was
I'm not drunk, I'm
She's
just
seeing
gonna-
different kind of
You
fish.
are so it hits you like a ton of bricks.
Yeah, it's not pretty.
Yeah, it's not pretty at all.
Clean
I
up
told
the
you,
top
you
table
should not
sets.
have any.
Ugh. Why did you guys give me that stuff?
Because you should not be drinking alcohol.
You say that, but I have a terrible headache, and I feel like garbage.
Have you been drinking enough water?
I mean, maybe, I don't know. I would keep track.
You should probably drink more.
Okay, fine. So again, you want to go fishing?
I suppose you would push him.
It's like the middle of winter.
You know, some people don't care about that.
The fish are still there.
Okay, sure.
So I'm gonna take him over to where Itzad is,
Okay.
and we'll spend a little time fishing. I don't know if anything particularly interesting would happen, given that Itzad doesn't talk, and I don't have a lot to say, seeing as I.
Yeah, it's mostly just you guys huddled around this hole in the ice on the river.
Catch anything?
Make me a nature check.
Oh, maybe. That's a 16?
16? Yeah, you actually catch one. You actually catch a couple, in fact.
I mean, they might be tiny, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Minnows.
It's does not the entire time you're there, but he's just sitting there.
He's
with
there for the
with his-
experience.
with his
not-
He is
Hole in
a
the
he is a
ice.
true fisherman. He is not there to catch fish.
Yes.
he is there for the environment and the environment only.
So after you've caught a couple, Zeugen's like, oh, let me try that.
Brings up like 84.
And he drops the hook in, and it's like less than a minute, and the pole sort of bends in half, and he pulls out
Yeah, really tiny.
an enormous
Cheater.
Catfish.
trout. It's like, oh, well, that was fun.
Freaking gods.
he did.
If it took God, never went fishing.
Fine. Once I get cold enough, I'm gonna kind of say my thanks to Itzot and
He sort of waves at you and you know, makes sure that the hole is still ice free and just keeps fishing.
So I have a
Keeps
question.
going.
Is
Yep.
It's not even putting bait on the hook.
No.
He's the true fisherman.
Yep.
Yep.
Nope.
He's the
For
one
the
who's
sake of
like, the heavens will allow the fish to come to me as it bites upon my
Yeah.
empty hook.
And I guess I'm gonna find Akarai and
Okay.
talk to him about the plan.
Plan, Arthur.
Not sure where he would be, but
You find him back at the cloister. He's there. In fact, he's coming out from talking to the yeah, talking to her, and when he sees you, he sort of gives you a little head nod.
So you saw the whole speech about the Dwarven city, all of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Have you heard anything else about that with your bouncing back and forth between here and the garrison?
I haven't. No.
Um,
They're keeping whatever information they have about that. They're keeping it fairly contained.
So you're volunteering for the group that's going, right?
I had thought to, yeah.
Okay, just making sure. If you hadn't already been thinking about it, I was thinking about asking you to join with our little gaggle of strange people. Our Mizu, as we are going as Mizu's bodyguards, I guess. So
Okay.
that way we can be present and maybe, mitigate any problematic circumstances that may arise. I don't know how well that will go, but with you being probably a little bit more skilled than most of us, but thought I would ask.
He sort of looks around quickly. He's like, have we been in touch with the refugees?
Almost as that he didn't know of anyone coming in and out, and he's been there the whole time.
Okay.
So the others seem reasonably confident that there's some safety there. I don't know. I don't like the idea of them staying there, but I also don't know where to take them. So
Any further east, any other direction?
Yeah, I'm not sure
towards
that
the
I
valley
like
of the
them
glacier.
being this close to an army on the move either.
I don't know if they're close to the army on the move or not. I don't know where the army's going.
Yeah, that is a problem.
So I don't know where to send them that's going to be safer because I don't know what direction we're marching. Mizu couldn't find out. She couldn't get anything out of freaking Lars. Freaking Lars.
How'd you get it? Never mind.
So gross. I hope he... Never mind.
Don't worry, he'll freeze to death. In front of a fire.
Yes.
I feel like the more just thing.
Strange circumstances.
I have a funny feeling that since
Unexplained circumstances.
he killed most
I
of
don't
his
know what
wives,
happened.
I
He
would
was sitting from the
really
fire
love
that
for one of
prepared
his
you
wives
first.
to return the favor. But I also really don't
Oh,
want Mizu
don't
to
say
marry
that.
him
We
'cause he's
just, like-
terrible.
So,
You know something I don't?
I'm not sure that I do, no.
That was vague and unhelpful.
Indeed.
Was as vague and unhelpful as Mizuki's answer. I'm gonna
hers
say.
was
I'm gonna
in-
say. I'm gonna say
Hers was
yes.
intentionally vague.
Yes,
and
mine was
unhelpful.
intentionally vague and
Yeah.
unhelpful.
Do
But
you
if
know of a place
anything-
that we can
He's
have Aldo
unsettled.
take them? As he is off his balance.
Yes.
Ideally, we would get them out of the valley somehow. I'm not sure how, and I'm not sure where.
Take him to our castle.
Still in the valley.
It's like half a day instead of a day and a half.
I obviously haven't heard back from my family, but
Yeah, that would be a thing to. I guess I can have Mizu ask. Maybe her family knows of other places they've helped hide people before. Maybe not on this level, but maybe. I'm not sure that they'd have a chance to get back to us though before we need to leave. So if you've got any brilliant ideas, that'd be a real good time. I'm super awkward, yes I am.
We'll have to think on that a little bit and see if I can come up with something.
I mean, don't hurt yourself.
All right.
You just looked like you were super constipated. I was just.
Yes, right. I will think about it. If I come up with anything, I will let you know.
But you'll come with?
Yeah.
Good. And I'm gonna walk away.
And he's going to turn and walk the other direction.
Cause yay, awkwardness.
Yeah.
He's got a flower in his room, and every day he's like, "She loves me. She loves me not.
yeah.
She loves me.
How
she
does the
loves me
flower
not."
He has magic
Who puts
too.
the flower there?
He's been at Setterton for a couple weeks now, right? Like
Yep.
he's
He's got magic now,
You
too.
got magic now.
Yeah.
Druidcraft. Flower.
Yep. She loves me. She's gonna punch my face in the middle of the night. She loves me. She's gonna punch my face in the middle of the night.
She loves me. She smothers me to death. She loves me. She stabs me in my chest. She loves me.
She gives me a concussion.
She loves me. She'll drop me off a glacier. She loves me.
All right. So you guys are just sort of waiting around to try and.
I do go
Alright.
tell Kel that we won't be needing the uniforms.
Okay.
Get him up to speed on what's going on.
Let's see. While we're waiting, Mizuki will try sending to Killian once again.
Okay.
Do the thing. Do the thing.
What you saying?
The real Milo comes out.
So, it's only been a few.
He's
Yeah,
been out
it's
for a
only
while.
Yeah. She's gonna. Let's see. She'll tell him. Oh, I don't think she's told him yet. Lars found location of Dwarven City. Could use help if available.
That could be his interest,
Pretty
depending.
please.
You do not get a response that day.
Okay.
I understand what that means. That means Keith hasn't gotten
Yeah.
back with things.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Any suggestions on equipment and stuff like that?
We'll have all the same gear that we had for the last
Yeah,
expedition.
pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Minus a couple
If anyone needs
dozen
any
pittons.
weapons.
Oh, I don't.
or armor or
Well,
anything. I don't know.
It would be nice for me to have better armor, but
I
the next
would-
level step up to armor is like $400. So
Um,
unfortunately, I'm not able to
Oh.
purchase that.
Yeah.
I've got like 272, but I don't have enough.
Take into account the money you
Let me
found from
check.
Gillian.
That is including. I only have 272. It's 400 for breastplate, which would give me 16 to my armor class.
Maybe just make it for you.
Yeah.
That's up to you and the DM.
Okay. Steven's gonna collect the stuff from there and Draxus.
Okay.
Box and everything.
Okay.
I have plans for some weapons.
Let me
I don't know. Like he was gonna do something with the things he was making.
Because if I
me.
could at least get like breastplate, that would.
I don't know if there were plans
But-
in
and then-
Killian's shop.
I
That's good,
have.
like, I still have like 5 weeks left of shield training, so.
Okay.
But I haven't had
Do
free
you
time to
want?
do it.
Right.
Let's see. Well, I just got. We got plate armor. So
Yeah, but
just
I
got-
can't wear plate armor. That's heavy armor.
Yeah.
So.
What do you want? Is it?
Breastplate would be the best, unless we want to somehow give myself half plate, but that would give me disadvantage on stealth. But at this point, it doesn't matter. It doesn't. It might. You know what? If we can try for half plate, let's go for it. Because at this point,
I
it's
have-
either
heck no.
it's
I
like
have
yeah.
chainmail. I guess that's.
I've got chainmail as well.
Oh.
No, no, I have a chain shirt. So
Okay.
unless
so I guess it
Keith,
just
unless
depends
Keith,
on
if we
what
have
you
an
want.
entire set of no, wait, you have the plate armor because you're wearing it, or did we
They
get
got it
multiple
in the
sets?
tower.
Right, but you
We
put
have
it
given
on.
it to her.
Yes.
It is up to her what she does with it.
Yes,
Right.
I have plate armor. I will probably be wearing the plate armor.
Yeah, no.
Um,
don't, then
yeah,
if we
what-
got that, then
however-
don't worry about
What
it.
does Jaxus have in his shop?
What's left of his job? I don't know.
You would have to ask Draxus.
If I wander over there,
Okay.
does he have any like armor?
So he's a small town smithy.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I figured.
He doesn't make a habit of making suits of
And
armor.
I don't think he'd be able to make
I
any armor in
could-
like 2 days.
I mean,
so.
No.
I could make it piece by piece is what I could do.
Well, that's up to what Keith does. If I can.
So if when you wander over there, you do run into Draxus. And he's kind of.
If
So what's the story with going after the place that the box pointed us to?
So we couldn't figure out. We were trying to figure out where he was specifically going because there's kind of 2 locations it could be.
Who he who?
Lars.
Okay,
Where
I
the
thought we were
city
going
could
to
be.
the place that the orb thingy opened up.
To be honest, I don't know what we found. He knows about like the one door. We told him about that, but we don't know
Right.
if that specific list goes to that door. Who knows? But if he's heading towards the city, we want to take care of the city before we figure out the door, because we don't want him getting a lot of stuff from the city, or maybe like doing that. So because we don't know where he is specifically going, we're just gonna be along with the expedition and try and like keep tabs of it from the inside, undermine it from the inside. We honestly haven't figured out what our plan is with that. But for the most part, our plan at the moment is just tag along with him, see what comes of it, and go from there.
But you know one place to go.
Yeah, but if we go there, we won't be able to come back in time to join the expedition. And even if we go and come back, we won't know where they are technically. Unless you're suggesting that we just go to the one place we know and
I mean, that would be my plan. Go the one place where you know it is and see what happens. But then I'm also a dwarf, so
Hey,
I
you
don't-
should be your opinion should be accounted for because it's your box technically.
Maybe you should come with us.
Oh, I thought he was going to come with us, but we're
We're
still trying to
recruiting
figure out what
dwarves,
we're.
right?
Yeah, but we still don't know what we're doing. So. Yeah, we're. I don't know. I'll talk to everyone. We usually get together. Well, at least most of everyone's at the tavern most of the time, so I can see if I can catch everyone there at one time and see what the plan is now.
Mal should be chomping at the bit. I agree.
So.
hey, that Mal fella, he seems like he's a bit anxious to actually do something and not just be waiting around.
Yeah. So is player Brayden. I have to be true with the character.
Right.
So.
Well, I mean, I've got gear ready. Whichever direction you want to go.
Let me talk to everyone, see what the final plan is, and then I will talk to you in the morning. What? Oh yeah, we're planning on including you as well. We're just
Like you could keep me away.
no, of course not.
Invite him to come
If
along.
yeah, like after you get done with work or whatever, come to the tavern. We'll discuss what our plan is. But at this point, we're on. There are many camps. We don't know which way to go. Some people want to go follow him. Some people want to look at the door. It's a mess.
Sounds like it. Aye. Right, I'll see you this evening then.
Okay. Thank you, Traxxas. Well. Oh. Wait, I guess I will go around and ask everyone to be at the tavern so we can discuss
Okay.
our plan.
That evening at the tavern, Zoigan is staying as far from the bar as he can.
I'll invite Akerai along once we know that stuff is
Yeah, and
going on
then-
too.
Okay.
So with the armor, we'll discuss that. We'll between sessions. So
Okay.
if Mizuki can make it or not.
You should be able to, I would
Pretty
think.
sure using her ability, she can just
Yeah.
make it.
I can
Yeah.
just
But
make
the
it.
question is if she has enough like material on hand to make.
I probably do.
Given everything she took, given
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
you guys took from Killian,
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
So-
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna say that she does.
750 enough to make half plate.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
I don't mean just the gold. I mean all of the. Raw.
No, I know. I remember that. So
I would
yeah,
imagine so. I know you can't do it all at once though because of the limitation.
I can't. Yeah, it's 100 gold pieces, so I'd have to just do it in parts.
You'll have to do it in
Okay.
parts, but
yes,
there's
but I could still.
yeah, there's nothing stopping you from being able
Yeah,
to
if-
do
To
that.
do, yeah.
If you
I mean,
can
that's-
do that, that would be amazing because I only have 15 AC.
Yeah.
Although I have a decent amount of hit points, it would be nice to be able to dodge a few.
Yeah. So I mean, it would just I would have to just do it in
Okay.
parts.
Okay.
So.
Can you upgrade armor to like a +1 or something?
I think
I
you can
can.
use that as like your channel divinity, right?
I also have. I believe I have a spell that does it as well.
That's for magic weapon.
Yes, I have a
That
magic.
only
I have,
does like plus.
no, I think I.
one.
And then I have Shield of Faith.
Like
that's, like,
it's
in-
concentration
that's-
plus 2
yeah.
to
It's
someone's
plus
AC.
2. Yes, and I have. So I have. Let's see.
Yeah.
But
'Cause
like,
if you could make me half plate, that would bring my AC up to 17.
Not sure that she can do it permanently.
That's what I was gonna
Yeah,
ask.
it's
if
No,
not-
I can't do it permanently.
Okay.
No, not right
Unless it
now.
follows the
at
same
least.
rules of if you spend a year doing it.
Yeah. So I.
Yeah, we got time.
Yeah, we got time.
I have-
so,
well, so
all right,
Blessings of the
wait for 24
Forge.
hours.
I can do weapon or armor. Usually I do it on my armor.
Yeah.
Because it's +1 magic, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
+1 to my AC.
Yeah,
So-
and I think I have the lowest AC,
And
so I'm just trying to make my AC a little better.
What's your AC right now?
15.
It's not that low.
Yeah, 50's not.
That's really good.
super
I
low.
mean,
Well, I mean,
mine's
it's the
16 without-
lowest. It's the lowest of the party.
Mine's 16 without anything.
Or you
so.
can just.
I need Killian to come back.
Well, no.
So he
Your
can
AC
finish
is now
one of
18 if you're
Alma's
wearing the plate.
projects.
If I'm wearing the plate
Yeah, if
armor,
you're wearing-
without anything, I'm at 16.
I know.
I'm just saying, it's.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway,
But
we'll figure that
yeah.
out later.
Anyway, so I could do half plate. It would probably just. I think it would take me a few days.
8 hours if it's 750. Because it's an hour for 100 gold worth. Yeah.
Let's see. Let me check.
I would get everyone to the tavern so we can
Okay.
discuss what the official plan is.
How long and how much money does it take to upgrade armor? What is the table for that? Is it in the DM's guide?
I'm not sure that
There's
there
not
is
there's
one
not
for-
technically a way to upgrade. There's
Yeah.
like +1 armors.
Yeah.
+1 is uncommon. +2 is rare.
Okay, so it's
And
more of a
+3 is very rare.
Yeah,
more of a
it's-
magic item then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Unless you are like an artificer
Yeah.
and can like weld plates to you to give yourself better armor is essentially what it's like.
If only we had an artificer.
Right?
Yeah. So it would just take me however many hours.
So
Because it takes me an hour to do however many. So it would take, if it's like 750, it would take 8 hours.
Yeah.
yeah, so that would be 8 hours to craft each component,
Yes.
and I would say probably another hour or so to get it all.
To get it
Assembled
all assembled.
together.
Okay. Yeah.
Alright.
I mean,
a full
if you're
day,
okay with that,
basically.
if
Yeah.
you're okay with that,
Yeah, that's
then,
fine.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
I mean, that's
So
you.
I would be happy to make you, whatever, like half plate, I guess.
Okay. Then I will.
I'm
that on
pretty
there.
sure I have a lot of metal, so.
I'll put that on my character sheet later, but I think we need to discuss what our plan is.
Okay.
So it's all everyone assembles in the tavern.
All right.
Zoigan is avoiding the bar.
Yeah, Zoigan's avoiding the bar.
Drinks anyone?
I always would like a drink.
I'll do
I'm-
one of I'll do one of the Hearthfire wines.
Okay, would you
I'm
like a drink?
alright, I have some tea up in my room.
Okay.
The ketchup's boiling.
Semi.
Of course I wanted, but apparently I've been set up for disaster.
It's
I mean,
good for
did
you
go
to not
for
have
the-
it.
So
I'll get drinks for those who are drinking.
All right.
Jaxus
I'll
is
probably try before the night is out.
Jaxus is here as well. He wants to help, and we
Does Jaxus want to drink?
Of course, lad.
Very well, drinks around.
Excellent.
so. All right, I guess meeting it come to order.
I
Anyway,
understand there's a bit of little bit of a brouhaha about what we should be doing, or what you should be doing.
Well, I think.
But they're all not very good at communicating. It takes them a long time to decide upon a course of action.
Yeah.
I have noticed that.
well, I mean, we are trying to be very cautious with the Imperials breathing down our necks.
Yes.
So
Yeah, that's
These
fair.
things do take consideration.
But
what would you do?
We don't know where this thing is per se. We have options available to us. We could go now and explore those things, or we could wait and go with the party that's already going to explore it and actually know that we're showing up the right place.
well,
But you guys are dwarves. I'm gonna specifically direct that towards Mal and Draxus. So I kind of feel like you guys should probably have the brunt of the say in this.
I would go to the place I already knew where it was, instead of going along with a bunch of other people to a place that maybe I want to be.
I'm with the big lad.
If it were
feel
me
that
choosing,
way.
that is what I would decide. But it is not my box, and I do not know this Lars person or really have any say. I don't really care.
But
I'll go wherever all of
you
you
and
decide to go.
Draxus do a fair point. If
Mm-hmm.
if we do go to the one place we do know, maybe that is where they're going. and we can get there ahead. But if it's not, that means that we can always follow where they do go.
I also think it
Because-
is kind of pointless to try and stop them from finding the city, and
Yeah.
Plus-
there isn't. I don't think there will be a way to
Which
stop
is
that
why
or
I
to stop
feel
them
like
from
it's
taking things.
better if at least we go along.
Okay.
But I think what we're saying is that we're bringing up the idea that we just abandon going on the expedition in like its beginning.
You realize
run.
that I am unable at this point to simply abandon.
She has to go.
I don't have a choice.
Is there any way that this can turn into a not either or thing? Is there a
Well,
way
how
that we
long
can-
do you think their expedition will be?
Well, first of all, they
We
gotta
don't
head to
know.
where they go. So
We don't
anywhere
know.
within the valley, which to get like anywhere within the valley within Setterton, it's like a 2-week walk. Just in general from
it's
everywhere.
so it's 2 weeks down to
Lamont's.
Lamont's Wells,
Right, and
which is
if
the
you-
city right outside the valley.
What if you took the opposite route, the one that goes through the canyon to the south and then over? There's like 3 weeks.
It's not a full 3 weeks, but it's between 2 and 3.
Okay, so
So call it 17 days rather than 14.
okay, so
We
know where
the
that
boats. No, the boats are, because the rivers and lakes are iced
Mhm.
over. They're in their winter mode, so they've got their pontoon
they can do
runners
it.
out.
They can do it in like
They can do it
5
faster.
5 days. They can do it.
Not that fast. They can cut it down to between 7 and 10 days, depending on the prevailing winds.
Right. So, in theory, we could, depending on what we want to do, because most likely they will be heading east. They'll be heading west. My apologies. I hate north, south, east, west. They'll be heading west, because I doubt they're gonna go south to the main door.
Probably
but
not.
that's the gamble we take with that. But the way they're preparing for this expedition, it sounds like it's going to be longer than a day and a half to get there.
Yes.
Right, but how long will they be there when they get there?
Well, I mean, if it's under a lake, and I don't know which one it will be, but if it's under one of the lakes, I don't know about you, but I think it would be very hard to try and get to a city that's under a lake by normal means.
Exactly. So, I think their expedition is unlikely to get over before we could go look at this other place and come back to town and go out to them.
Probably, yeah.
So it sounds to me like that thing is going to be going on for a long time. So do you have to be there right from the start?
No. And even if we do, if they try to like excavate or whatever, it's going to take even more time.
That's true.
And we can always hope timing is right and hop on one of the ships to take us further down and see if we can see.
As your friend says, she has no choice. She must go to expedition. So maybe all of you should go to expedition.
That's the dilemma we have.
That's why I'm asking if there is a way to make this a not either or thing.
Well, your door is not going anywhere.
True.
Either it is the place they're going to, or it is not. But either way, it is not moving.
Player Danny, why could Sionis not get us to the door?
He can get us to the
He
door.
can.
We can get us to the door
He can't get us to the door and back in a day.
in
Yeah.
a day.
Because it's you
He
can only
can
go
send
one
he
way,
can open the portal once a day.
Yeah.
which is 24 hours,
So he could like open
We
the
still have,
portal.
like 2 days, right?
roughly.
Roughly.
How,
So, If we go to Sionis, that'll take half a
how
day.
long does the portal stay open?
It doesn't
not super long.
Not super long.
Not super long.
Just enough for all of us to go through, and then it closes. So
So guys,
if you do the math, it takes it. If we go now, it's half a day to Sionis. Sionis teleports us
Move
there,
over to the door.
and then we have 24 hours until the portal gets back. So that's already a day and a half. Let me change fingers.
When we
it's
figured
a day and a
this-
half, and then another half day to get there. So, in theory, we could barely make it if we left now. We could, and hope that whatever
would
we
have to
find in
pay.
that door does not take more than a day.
Yeah, as I say, like when we figured this out as players, we had enough time to go to do whatever's in that
Yeah.
cave, but we could only spend 24 hours there.
Yeah.
So whatever was there, we could not spend more
And
than
if
a day
that's
dealing
and
with.
if it's
Yeah.
the city, there's no way we're going to be able to explore it in a day. If it's the tomb, or because there's been talk about a tomb or whatever, and if it's the tomb, that'll be far less time, but it is a 50-50.
And so we could go there. The only downside is if it's stuff that people want to sit and do lots of stuff with, we can't do the expedition. But we could go there and for 24 hours take a look around and then come back. That is totally an option.
More like scouting it out.
Yeah. That was, at least,
But-
I don't know, did we have our math wrong there? But as far as I could tell,
Sounded right to me.
we had enough time to
Yeah.
get there, look at it for a day, get back, and go with the
then-
expedition.
Yeah.
Let's do
And
that.
then
Yeah.
also, once the door's open, the door is open. And if we don't have enough time to explore the whole thing, that's it.
Maybe. We don't even
Maybe.
know what's
Maybe.
on the other side of
Well,
that.
no, I
We
mean,
don't.
but what I mean is, if we go there, the door is open, and the door is just open as far as I'm aware.
You're right, unless it can close.
Unless it can close, but-
The issue everyone has had with this is we have no idea what's... Or we don't even...
Exactly.
As a player, I'm just going to say, we don't even know for sure that we can actually do anything there with the box.
Yeah.
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 That is
No.
total conjecture on everyone's part that does anything, but we do have enough time to go check it out.
Which
Barely.
we
Have a
could
look.
do, but it's gonna be damn close.
And
Well,
we'll be
we've got
tired when
people
we get
chomping
back.
at the bit, and we have questions about what's what. I don't.
Well, and to be fair, even if we can't get the door open with what we've got, we can at least go there and inform the refugees there of what the situation is.
As a player, the only downside to going there is if Keith has stuff happen in town while we're gone.
Yes.
We miss out
But-
on anything that might happen there.
I would probably stay.
Which
just in
which
case.
which
in case
that
we
would
didn't get back
we
in
would also
time.
run the risk of being one player. We would be one person down.
But
and,
she could also be playing all of the posturing games that need to be happening
That is true.
in between.
Yeah.
And she would actually be there to know what was going on in town.
Right.
Yeah.
So
that's true.
while I don't like the idea of splitting the party, I kind of feel like that's almost where we're being led. So I don't know.
Okay, once again, as a
Can take
player,
cabbage with you.
as a player, we are only. There is no reason why Mizuki can't come up with some excuse for why
She'll be gone
she'll
for
be gone
2 days.
or will be slightly
Well, that's
behind
true,
the
that's
group,
true.
and then we go do our thing and come back. Like there is
Yeah.
nothing stopping us from setting up for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she probably wouldn't. I don't
That
know,
that is
that's-
Mizuki's call as to
Yeah.
whether or
Yeah.
not she would want to.
Risk that. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Which
It's
probably at this point.
Totally her call, but there is no reason why we couldn't set up a whole thing where, hey, we're going to be slightly behind you because I have to
That-
deal with
that's
stuff here
fair.
in town and I need to make sure that, you know, I have to get my affairs in order. We'll be a half a day behind you. Because it's not like she knows where she's going anyway, so it's not like she can get there ahead of them. She'll just,
Yeah.
Maybe
You know.
that could prompt him to tell you where they're going.
Just a certain direction or whatever, but
I don't know if he
Yeah, I
would.
doubt
as a
that.
character,
I
I am
mean,
not advocating
as-
for any of
You
this,
just
but as a
need to
player,
persuade him.
there is, as a player, we're making this decision a lot harder than it
He
actually
was
ever needed
already
to be.
displeased about me going.
Yeah. So.
So it might. Mizuki might be hard pressed to try to
okay.
extend.
But if this goes
her
well,
time,
then you won't
with-
have to.
Right. And we can
And
always
she
go
would be
to the door
okay
later.
just in town.
Like, the door will always still be
Right.
there.
Like,
As long
she
as
has
it's
her
not where they're
retainers.
where they're expeditioning to.
I again,
If
out of character, we're making this decision way harder than it needs to be.
Yes,
The only
yeah.
question is, do we want to go try and cram in potentially a
In-
dungeon before whatever this expedition is about, or do we want to hold off and just handle the expedition?
And we are going to be tired when we get back. So So.
Yeah, because
Because you're not gonna have time to rest.
we
Probably.
we skip in the entirety of the night.
Pretty much.
We get to Slanus' tower. Slanus bamps us to the door. If we can get the door open, the door opens, and we go explore for 24 hours or however long it's going to take. Probably not rest, depending on how well the tomb works. Teleport back to the tower. Leave the tower another half a day. We'll have been up for 48 hours at that point. We will get to town right as the garrison leaves.
Yeah.
I'm good doing with.
And then
whatever
and then we will
everybody
march
else
8
decides.
hours or however long it takes with the garrison, and then we will finally be able to sleep. So
You're having
50
fun listening to everyone's logistics.
so 60 hours. We would be up for 60 hours
Yep.
if we did that.
The question is just: do you want to cram an extra dungeon in before we move to the next
For-
big
Yeah.
presumable story plot, or not?
Simi is just gonna do what she's told.
And it could
Same
be
with Volk.
it could be the same place that
So as
going.
as much as it is tempting to go to the one place we do know, we've left the decision too long.
yes.
And we've already put all of our cards into our metaphorical chips into going with the expedition. So that's our plan. Draxus.
All right.
It sounds like they have decided to go on the expedition.
That's what
Mal
it
is
sounds
likely
like.
not super happy about this.
Well,
So
Will you be joining us?
I may have to catch up with you.
Very well.
I'm sure we can get a message to you what
I
general
can
direction we're
send-
going.
Mal wants to go with Draxus to the door.
Yep.
yeah.
Of course he does.
Of course he does. It's
saw that
Steven. He
coming.
always goes the
Saw that
opposite direction
coming.
of whatever the boat is steering.
Yes. Saw that one coming.
All right. Well, yeah. If you'll just let us know.
Are we taking the box with us?
Taking the what?
The box.
I
I feel like I might need that.
yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, let's.
Yep.
And if we're going with the garrison,
And should they search
Should
us
they
and
find
find
it?
a box that contains druidic stuff, that would probably ask a lot more questions. So let's give it to Draxus.
Druidic stuff.
Dwarven.
You open a box and there's an awakened shrub inside.
Look, it's been a long day, okay?
potato, tomato.
Potato. No, I meant dwarven.
Potato, tomato. You know.
I meant dwarven, sorry. So let's let Draxus hold on to the box.
Great.
And
Well,
then
now
lead
that
up
we have
to-
finally made a decision and effectively communicated that decision to each other, I believe it is time for a drink, except for you. You should have
Oh no,
water.
after that conversation, I'm definitely trying again.
You're not going to like it.
I will try
you should
again
have
anyway.
water.
I will have water too.
I have some tea.
I will have water and tea too. But I'm still gonna try the alcohol
It's
because
not
that
the
was
same.
ridiculous.
I'll get with you over the
Maybe
week,
I-
Stephen, and we'll work through what needs.
Is Steven
to
going to
happen.
go through a third character because his
Steven's
being's like,
gonna
I'm
go.
going to
Yeah.
steal the box, and I'm leaving, and now I
Mal,
can make
your
another
Steven
character.
is Mal, your Steven is showing.
Yeah.
Is he like? I have something
Yeah,
special
well, he
for
he might
you.
go through his third character.
It's alcohol. But it has a nice effect.
Perfect. Lovely.
Here, have some LSD.
Opium.
Poppy
Yep.
seed
Poppy. Yeah.
tea.
Because you don't have an addiction to enough things.
No.
No, she doesn't.
You know, if you're addicted
She
to
needs-
if you're addicted to enough things, you'll just ascend to a higher plane called heaven.
No. Just I wanted to end it all not too terribly long ago, so
Okay, so see me, make me a con check.
that was a 13.
13. You're I mean, it's not as pleasant as it used to be, but it's not. It's also not as bad as you've had
It's like
in
really
recent
cheap
memory.
beer.
I told you would not enjoy it.
I don't know, it wasn't as bad as last time. Maybe the stuff is finally starting to wear off.
I do not think that is how it works.
But I'll still try some of that tea.
All right, so you guys pass the
We'll go
box
for a
off
couple
to
cups.
Mal and Draxus.
Yeah.
Just to Draxus,
Or just to Draxus, whatever.
or
Um,
however we're gonna do it. I don't know.
and they gather up a couple of three other dwarves, and you do see them leaving town that evening.
Oh, they're going. Oh, okay. Oh, they're
Small question.
Uh-huh.
How are Draxus and Mal planning on getting to wherever it is they're going? Because if they're going to the door, neither of them knows
know
where
where
the
the
door
door
is.
But that is a
And the only way
Very
they
good
could
point.
get there that I know of would be to go back to the tower to Sayonis and have Sayonis teleport them
But the
there.
problem is that the
But
sensory
they can do
field
that.
is up.
Yeah, like
and
there's
Mal
a
does
lot
not
to
know how
that plan, so I just wanted to bring up, as far as I am aware, neither Draxus nor Mal have ever been to the door. I do not recall them ever being taken there or told
The
exactly how
the
to
only
get there.
people who have seen who have been to the door is
That is-
myself, Simi. Have you seen the door? No, you were not there. Me and Simi are the only ones of this group who have seen the door
Yeah.
and know of
Yeah.
its location
Yeah.
because you weren't.
Because
You
it was
hadn't come
Alma
back
and
yet,
Killian,
and you were still in
Cabbage
town.
as well.
I think, yeah, I was still in town.
So,
So-
of the two people, it's just us.
I don't know that is where they're going, but if that was their intention, I don't think any of them know how to get there.
that.
Checkmate, Stephen.
I will deal with that with Steven out of the. Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
Draxus
Draxus
was
was
sending
told.
supplies.
That makes sense.
Was he told
Yeah.
specifically where he like
He was
I-
told about the door. He does not know
I
where
was
the
to say,
door
I
is.
know we
just
had
to
told
keep the
people a
changelings
general
safe.
idea. I don't know if we gave anyone like, here is how you get there. I could be wrong though. That's for you guys to decide. That was just a,
as far as I'm aware, we told him about the
Yeah,
the
he
door.
knows about the
He might know
door.
he might know the
Wait, wait, wait.
general area, but
We
as,
would know that this is a thing, though. Like, if we would realize that this is a problem.
of course it's a problem because it's Stephen.
So, with
Yes.
that being the case, like, I could take them to the tower and just walk back. Because that's, like, without going with them, I have plenty of time to do
do
that.
they okay, here's the thing though.
Do they? But
Are
more
Mal and
importantly-
Draxus going to tell, like, do they tell us, hey, we want to go to the door anyway, can you guys tell us where it is? Or do they just leave somewhere and we just happen to see them leaving town?
I mean, it would be really weird for them to not ask the people that know where the door is.
It
where
would
the
be,
door
but
is.
this is Steven, so...
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Draxus pretty much. I mean, he asked for the box.
Yeah, we've given him
He
the
told
Oh, Draxus-
he told you
Uh,
that he was going to have to catch up with you. He didn't come right out and say he was going to the door, but it's pretty clear that's what his goal
Hey!
is.
He did work with Omo.
Yes, but
Who worked
It
with
is
him,
between Keith and Steven to
Draxus.
figure out. I don't know if he was ever given the specific instructions or if they... I always assumed the supplies the changelings were getting, no one was actually delivering them right to the cave. They were dropping them off somewhere near the cave and the changelings were picking them up. That way nobody could out the actual load, like to avoid someone getting captured and telling people where to find the cave.
Tortured.
But that was just my impression given how everyone was concerned with their
I'll
secrecy.
work that out
They'll
with
figure
Steven.
it out.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
So
So there, we see them leaving. Do you guys want to do anything about that? It is clear they are leaving town to go to the door.
If they, I'm just
I
gonna
mean,
not say
yeah.
anything until I would show up the next day in case they decide that they're gonna say something to somebody that knows where it is. I would go and walk them to the tower and walk back. So I will just.
hey, it's one problem I have to worry about.
Okay, so
Should it succeed or should it fail? Who cares? I rolled a 1, so
You don't care.
So it sounds like our group consensus is that have at it, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
and hope that we don't need anything in that box. Toot sweet.
Okay, so
We're waiting the 2 days.
so Danny, I will sort of loop you in with Steven as we get started
I
on.
mean, I might not need to be looped in, but I'm going to just, like, if I'm not with them, I'm doing something unexciting that doesn't need to be talked about.
Yeah, I believe we're all just sort of waiting
Yeah,
for the
pretty much.
expedition.
Okay.
Yes.
Just waiting for
So-
the expedition,
so
getting
we're
I don't have
prepping.
anything to do.
So if you're guiding
I'll
them,
be prepping armor. For
okay. So you'll guide them out to the tower, have Sionis bamf them out.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Depending on what Steven believes he wants to do.
Assuming that's what's needed.
If they're taking a bunch of dwarfs with them, I don't know that I would want to send them to our magic tower to have someone open a magic portal to teleport them to this place.
Fair.
Yeah. I mean,
Because it's
you
a whole
could
bunch of other
just tell
dwarves
them
that we
where
don't
it is.
know.
I will leave that to them.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll Stephen and I will work that out over the course of the week. All right, so time passes. The army sort of gathers itself together. After a couple of days, there is sort of this. There's this bustle that runs through the town, and the column of soldiers, mounted and footmen alike, comes marching through town. At their head is Lars, and his retainers. Also up there with him is the general, which none of you have. Did any of you? I don't remember if any of you asked what his name
No,
was.
none of us have
Nope.
asked his name. I knew it was probably not his actual name.
Because I don't think any.
Yeah,
let
I
me
think
check.
it was.
Let me
I
check
think
my
he
notes.
said it at one point.
Yeah.
but
Okay.
I
I
think
think
Lars
you said it.
in the.
I mean, Lars told
thing.
me who it was.
Okay,
So
so he would've-
he introduced the general. I don't know if you.
I
I'm
don't
not
think
sure if
I
you said the
gave you a name. I don't.
But
I don't think.
you did tell me that
Yeah.
Lars introduced
Um,
the general.
Ledariel. Ledarial. Ledariel.
Ladariel. Do. He's gonna die. Ladariel. Remember to put
But
that.
he is riding at the head of the column with Lars. As they pass through town, Lars does see you, Mizuki, and sort of motions you to a spot at the head of the line with him.
She'll join him.
We'll just sit
and
in the
then
back. We'll sit in the back of the convoy.
Not if we're her bodyguards, we won't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll probably just
Okay.
be close.
okay.
Well, I always knew this
Or
time
I
would
mean,
come. Should it happen.
you can be wherever you'd like, as long
Yeah,
as
you
as
can
long,
be in the back, but
You
it
can be
makes
in the
no
back
sense
if
if
you
her
would
her
like.
bodyguards.
No,
as long
I
as you're with
I need to
my
play the
retainers.
part.
As long as you're with my retainers,
True.
you can just. I'm sure I've explained.
Does half plate have a? Nope.
I probably explained to my retainers that I hired some extra bodyguards.
Some local.
How many retainers do you have?
That's a good
How many
question.
retainers do I have?
About a dozen or so.
Okay, yeah.
So-
Oh yeah, no, that sounds right. I think.
So it's not like Spartacus and 300.
No.
No,
It's
no.
nothing
It
like
might
that.
turn
They're
into that
still
depending on if the army
Yeah.
turns on
And
us.
they,
Now,
they're the only the ones that came with Lars anyway.
now,
so.
question:
Right.
As we're watching the army, is knowing the whole like how much a legion is and all that is does this look like the entire camp of all of them have picked up and are going, or
It's not all of them, but it's probably 3/4 of them.
okay?
So it's a
Ballsy move.
It's a
Oh,
good
wow.
bit of them. They're leaving enough to guard the town in case there are any incursions from the lizard men.
Okay, so we only have 750 of them to kill.
But as of now, they're on our side. Or we're on their side.
Yeah, that's more accurate.
Yeah.
You're
We're
on their
Yes.
side.
We're getting information about what's happening by being there.
Yeah.
Okay. So Mizuki takes his spot next to Lars. The general is sort of right behind them, and then his guards are forming sort of a double column, and you guys form a double column. Right behind that is
A double column of uneven numbers.
right behind that is the mounted cavalry of the army, and behind that are the foot soldiers. Back behind them, Akerai is actually there. There are a couple of the members from the order that have come along as sort of support, marching along with them, but they're a very small contingent, and then behind them are the rest of your retainers, Mizuki.
Okay.
And Lars leads the column down the main road, out to the west, heading towards the mouth of the valley.
So westward.
Heading westward.
So now heading towards the door. Fun.
And he stays to the main road.
Smart.
And it looks like that's going to be the plan. Be marching down the road, at least for the foreseeable future. You guys do you do see some of the traffic is way off, but you do see a couple of the regular boat sleds at this point, moving up the river towards Satterton, probably dropping off supplies and things for the winter. With that, I think that is actually a pretty good place to stop for the evening.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
going to call it there for the evening, and we will pick this up next week. Hopefully we will have everyone back with us next week.
Not where I thought this was going to go. I thought we might
So we are so very glad
jump
you
ship and
joined
just
with
go
us.
to the door.
We hope that you will pick up with us next week, same time, same place, 6 o'clock Mountain Time. That's up to you guys to figure out what time that is wherever you happen to be. We hope you have a good holiday weekend. Just a few quick reminders on the way out. You can check all of our video content on YouTube. It's not a custom URL, but you can always search for Casual Cactus, Casual with a C, Cactus with a K, and find all of that there. You can go see all of our back episodes, one-shots, extra content, get a feel for who we are and what our play style is.
Which is chaotic.
Which is chaotic, absolutely.
Yes, it is.
And if you've gotten a little bit behind, you can also use that to catch up on where the campaign has gone. We do also run our Discord server, so you can go check that out. It's a good place to keep up with news and announcements, especially if anything happens and we have to alter the schedule for whatever reason. So go check that out. There's also news for Kyrie's creative streaming, which she is very, very active with. So go check that out.
Yes.
That's all we've got for this evening. Be sure you tune in next week to see how all of this goes down. In the meantime, remember,
Grab
your bats and grab your balls.
and if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a glass house. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.